Boom. Okay. What it do? I ain't seen y'all in a minute. How y'all living? How's everybody doing? See, y'all already in the building chopping it up. What's going on? Jeffrey Corley, what it do? What's up? Sly, my man, what's going on? 2008 B Scott, what's going on? Yakub, I sound info. How y'all doing today, man? What's going on? What are y'all talking about? Okay, so look, welcome to the Champagne Sharks. Haven't been here in a while, but today is going to be really fun. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Um, let me know. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can y'all hear me? What's good? Young Stokely, what's good? Can you guys hear me? Everything good? Okay, good. Today's going to be a special day today. We're going to have a lot of fun today. So we got Vita. Vita's going to be here a little bit later. She'll be here in about 30 minutes. What was the post about? Little dicks? What is y'all talking about, man? Thomas B, what's up? So look, today is gonna be special because the incels have been going crazy. It's been a wild day today. And today we just gonna have some fun, man. Really, we just gonna have some fun, man. I just want to have some fun, man. Yeah, on Twitter today. Yeah, Christopher Burton, you said you hope CS switches to dating and relationship show completely. I don't know if we're gonna do that. Blazers are going to lose tonight, so Mario has no problem going live. Look, you know what? I just live here, so I don't care what the Blazers do. Them motherfuckers is trash. Young Stokely. Man, that dude, he need to come on my show and debate me. Nigga, I'm not debating you. You ain't nobody. What the fuck I look like debating you? You said the sound is a little distorted. All right, hold on one second. I'm gonna fix my sound real quick. Hold on. How's that? Is that better? Is that better? That should be better. Okay. Look, so we got a special guest today, and this is somebody that is one of the funniest people I've ever fucking met in my life. This person is so fucking funny. And you guys know how I get down on the show. You guys know that I fucks with people that are who they are in real life and on social media. Like y'all already know, I am the same motherfucker on social media that I am in real life. And y'all been we've been doing the podcast for 4 years, so y'all know what time it is. So I want to introduce y'all to my homegirl Jazz, and she about to this is gonna be funny. So let me just give a little background on today. So today has been kind of crazy because we've been getting a lot of traffic from incels, and I got invited to debate one of these incels on his show, and I'm not going to, I told him, I'll debate you if you pay me, and he didn't want to pay, so I'm not going. Let me make sure if it's distorted. Let me change something then. Let me change my microphone. My microphone might be tripping. No, these are black incels, Thomas B. So he invited me to come debate him on his show, but I don't do shit for free, and I'm definitely not about to debate no incel because I don't care. And Jazz was lighting these motherfuckers up, something vicious. I'm not ducking nobody. I sound info. We're gonna get into it. But let me introduce my homegirl Jazz because she's the one that started this. I did not start this. This is not something I started. Y'all know I don't even fuck with the incels, and they don't like me anyway. So let me just bring in my homegirl real quick, and she can run it down, and we're gonna have a good time. Vita will be here in about 30 minutes, and I think T might be coming in a little bit later. I think T is working or something. We're gonna find out. But let me introduce you to my homegirl Jazz, and boom, what it do, baby?
What's good, y'all? Jazz with the S. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on, let me change something. So look, this is my homegirl Jazz. Hey, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Twitter at Jazz with the S. You can find me on Instagram at _finance jazz_, or you can find me on Snapchat finance jazz.
So on Twitter is Jazz with the ass.
Yes.
2 Z's or 1 Z?
2 Z's.
WIT?
Yes. WITH. It's a with.
Can you see the chat?
No.
You look on the right. If you go where the comments are, you'll see the chat.
Okay, hold up. It says private chat. Oh, there we go.
Okay, you can see the whole chat. Okay.
There we go.
Don't worry about the chat. They crazy. Don't worry about them.
Oh no, I'm gonna fuck with them. We all the same. We all the same.
Okay, good. We all crazy up in this motherfucker. If my voice sounds distorted, let me know.
I definitely will.
Okay.
Oh, they still on my Twitter acting up. They still mad.
Look, I got invited to debate this dude. What's that dude's name?
I think it's Base Pluto. And then
Base Pluto. So if anybody is familiar, everybody here is familiar with the incels, the Alex L cartoons. You guys are familiar with all that stuff. So there's this dude named Base Pluto, and he wanted to debate us, the Champagne Sharks, on this whole Incel Energy. And what his debate is, black men should leave the West and go outside the country to find women. And I thought it was funny because that's one of the oldest things I've heard. I've heard that for years. And I just wanted to know what the hell is that all about? And yeah, exactly, Terry Hines.
Funny.
Man calling himself Pluto and not pulling no women like Future. Man, can you dig it?
Okay, he over here getting 400 likes per fucking video, been on YouTube for like 8 years. Boy, eat a dick. I'm
like, dude, we've only been on YouTube because of the quarantine. So the brother. Now I'm gonna ask everybody in the audience, what country do brothers always say they're going to when they want to go find women? Y'all already know.
Come on, y'all.
I Sound Info, I know you know. Sly, I know you know. 2008 B. Scott, I know you know. Yep, Brazil.
Both on there.
The DR in Brazil. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so Colonel COVID Gaddafi, you got a question. He says, as an ex-incel, I can tell you why that's a bad idea. They're way more what? TRAD than
Trad.
Us. Were we trad? Oh, you have to be a chat. So the thing about it is, man, when brothers always say they got to go to the DR or they go, yep, Thailand's another one, BL.
Yep.
Thailand's another one, and I've been to Thailand before.
Ciao.
So look, now, Jazz, you've been all around the world. You a military person.
Facts.
You a general. So you've been all around the world, so you know all about these people.
I know.
Put you out. You know, I'm gonna put you out there. Don't even trip.
I know enough.
I'm gonna put you out there.
Oh, this is a mess.
It is a mess. You thought I was playing. So let me give y'all some background on my homegirl. Look, so I met Jazz on Twitter, right? Now you guys know how I get down on Twitter. I flirt with everybody. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got shit to lose. Yeah. But Jazz is special. I don't just flirt with anybody. I don't flirt with anybody a certain kind of way. Jazz gets special treatment. Jazz gets special treatment. So we was on Twitter and we was talking about relationships, and she was saying that, you know, she don't want to be with somebody she gotta be talking to every day and seeing every day. I agree. Now the incels, they don't like the simple fact that a woman might turn them down. They can't handle rejection. Jazz, what did you do today to these people?
I didn't even reject them today. Here's the crazy part. We were having a good conversation about, basically, should we date within our looking range? Should dates be dating fours and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? And the expectation it creates when ugly women think they're attractive, but ugly men can't get that same type of love back. And I made it very clear, first we're having a good conversation. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like people should date at least within their range. Like if you're an 8, don't go lower than a 6. You're going to have problems. You know what I'm saying? Don't go higher than a 10. You're going to have some problems. And then I had the nerve to call myself attractive. And that's where it started, baby. That's when
that's where it got bad. So
that's
Jazz,
where they're like, you're not attractive. You're average. Go to DR. They're killing you.
So the dude said that she wasn't attractive. And I was like, damn, okay, well, where's this going to go? And you guys know how I get down on Twitter. I talk a whole heap of shit. That's just
Oh,
what I do. And I do that in real life too. I do it on here. I get on people's nerves. It is what it is. But they were saying go to the DR and go to Brazil, and they start talking about, passports. And a nigga going to say to me, nigga, you a bitch. You don't even have a passport. I'm like, I do have a passport, but I don't use it to get women. Like, where's that coming from? I'm playing dumb. I know what he was trying to say.
nigga.
And next thing you know, he was getting pissed off and invited me to come and debate. Now I want to talk to the audience. Oh, Champagne Communista, what's cracking? You up in the building? Wait a minute, hold on. I'm insulted by saying going to Southeast Asia for women, as I have two cousins from Vietnam, great uncle who was United States Air Force and got laid after the Tet. What are you talking about? So Fred Flintstone, yeah, there you go. Fred Flintstone syndrome. Wilma was an 8 dating a 2. And it's funny you said that because Fred Flintstone is a perfect analogy. Because on the cartoon, The Flintstones, Fred talks a whole lot of shit. He's dusty as fuck. And he really probably shouldn't be with Wilma. But Wilma almost is married to him because she feels sorry for him. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of these dudes are. They want people to feel sorry for them. I don't. I just don't. I don't know how. So I had a lot of dudes asking me questions about what should they do, and I was like, man, I'm like Steph Curry, man. I just shoot. The last jumper that missed, I don't even remember that one. I just keep shooting the ball. You know what I'm saying? And they was trying to convince us that sometimes we just ugly, and we just have to accept it. I said, well, then accept it then. I mean, if you want to accept that you ugly, then that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? I said, but if you want to get out, I said, first of all, y'all let this woman come in here and stab you in the gut like Shaka Zulu with the spear.
I didn't call none of them nothing until they went off on me, okay?
You didn't even say nothing wrong. Then they started calling me a simp. Now I'm a simp because I'm agreeing with a woman. I'm like, wait a minute, what is all this going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy.
But actually,
I'm not a simp.
Like 4 of them actually have incel in their bios. Like there are like already like, yes, I'm an incel.
So I'm Pookie. They call people like me, I'm a Pookie or a Ray Ray. That's the nickname that they call brothers that ain't, on that crazy shit. And I'm like, nah, bro, it's just game. I said, man, at the end of the day, dude, it can't be on you. It got to be in you. You know what I'm saying? So somewhere, and I think all the brothers here in the comments will probably agree with this. Somewhere along the line, somebody pulled you to the side and gave you some game. They didn't accept it. And there are people out there that feel like they don't need it. I, on the other hand, accepted the game, and I respect the game. You know what I'm saying? I know how to move around certain things. I've been rejected by women plenty of times. But, hey, I've actually caught the vapors a few times too. You understand? But I'm not going to ever get in my feelings to the point to where I'm going to be on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that going off on women. Like, come on, bro. Are you serious? It's never going to be that serious. And you're not going to ever get no woman doing that. You know what I'm saying? What y'all talking about?
GW, I want to actually answer his question. He said, I don't want you to come for, no, not that one. He basically asked, is the ranking system the same for men and women? No, it's not the same for men and women. And I put it to you like
question?
GW. It's up here like, let's see, where he at?
Oh, GW. Yeah.
Not that one, but I mean, it's one before them. But men and women don't have the same ranking system just because at the end of the day, ugly women are going to be a lot less unloved, period. Ugly men can be funny, can have money, can dress nice, and they are going to be able to pull a baddie, period. You know what I'm saying? That can happen. Ugly women basically got to be straight slutted out to get any type of attention from a man. Or they got to be the perfect good girl with the best heart. And even then, she got to go through a world of what the fuck to get a guy.
So this is a good question. I got a question for you, Jazz. What constitutes an ugly woman?
Man.
I'm just asking. What constitutes an ugly woman?
I mean, shit, man. You want a picture?
No. Hold on. You know what? Let me go grab my other earphones real quick. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
All right, that's better. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm reading
Okay.
these comments.
The comments, they ain't coming for you, but they're not coming for you, though.
No, I'm reading because it's funny. This man said I might have a kid when I was feeling confident. What?
Who said that?
Where is he at? Colonel COVID Gaddafi.
Oh, I don't. How long you been listening to the show, Colonel COVID Gaddafi? I don't remember seeing your name, unless you changed your name. Well, this is kind of true. Some guys get fucked up by having over romanticized ideals on romance. Yes, sometimes from our moms' thoughts. I'll tell you something that my uncle told me. Don't ever listen to your mom about the way you should treat a woman, because your mom is only going to teach you how to be a bigger trick. My uncle told me that.
That's facts. Honestly,
That's
you shouldn't be listening to no woman about how you should treat women because we gonna be like, you gotta give us a house. We're gonna go to
absolutely
the fucking moon. You should
yes.
definitely be watching how men are treating women, and if the woman's staying, how she's reacting to that. That's how you learn how to treat a woman.
Don't see, trying to start shit.
He is. He instigating.
He trying to instigate starting shit. We ain't about to go there. This is not about me. This is not about me. I'm just a vessel. That's all I am. I'm just a vessel. Now, if you ask me, I think I'm dope. You ain't never gonna hear me say I'm ugly. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And I pulls, okay?
And for so many, not even so many, like 5 men to try to tell me you're not what you think you are. First of all, man, let me tell you something. If a woman is feeling herself, she thinks that she's cute. Who the fuck are you to decide for her she's not when you're to yourself? Okay, twos can judge other twos. You can judge other fours. You can't judge nobody that's out of your fucking range. You gotta leave that up to the fucking 6s and 8s to do. If 8s are saying a bitch is an 8, your 2 ass don't get to speak. Okay.
And not only that, you don't want to be. I don't never want to be with a woman who thinks she's ugly. Why would I want to be bothered with a woman that does not like herself?
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? That because I've been there. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. This is what happened to me. My ex, and some of y'all that follow me on Instagram, y'all seen my ex before. My ex was fine. She's a 10. But she didn't believe it. So it was pointless. It was pointless for me to even try to keep pumping her head up. She didn't believe it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then what it came with that, she started making really bad decisions in her life. I had to go this way. She had to go that way. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be around that negative energy. I don't care if you look like Halle Berry. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
That's real life. I used to date y'all. I like ugly men. I ain't gonna lie. Ugly men got something for me. I don't know. But I used to really date. I used to date 4s, man. I had no problem dating no 4. But that's why I know it's an issue because all it ever used to be was arguments about you look too good going out today. I go to work and slick down my edges, and it's a problem. I'm going to work.
Terry Hines said, I didn't listen to enough Drake music to how to build your woman up. You motherfucking right. I grew up listening to Too Short.
What's my favorite word?
UGK. I grew up on Pimp C. I don't know nothing about all that other shit. I just don't. I don't know nothing about that. But I'm not a dirt bag. Let me get this thing straight. I'm not a dirt bag, okay? I'm not. I might live in the dirt sometimes.
Right.
But I'm not a dirt bag. Okay? But what I do is I treat people the way they want to be treated. And you'll never hear anybody say, I've lived here in Portland. I'm in Portland, Oregon. I've lived in Portland. I lived in California. I done been to Miami, Texas. I done been to Thailand. I've been a lot of places. You ain't never going to hear me. You're not going to hear me say a lot of negative stuff about women. And you ain't never really hearing women say nothing negative about me. You know what I'm saying? They just say, oh, yeah, Kenny, he cool. It just didn't work. They might say I'm arrogant. And I'll admit, I am arrogant. And I have reasons to be arrogant. You know what I'm saying? And it has nothing to do with the way I look or how I live or how much money I make. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. I'm just that type of person because I have confidence. I'm just a confident motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But, Drake has a lot of incel energy. Absolutely. Drake has a lot of it.
He absolutely does. Oh, my God. He really does.
For the audience, we're going to be doing another stream, but it's going to be on Twitch. And it's going to be me and T. And I think Mario might be there. And Jazz, you're welcome to come. I'm sure Vita will be there. And we're going to be showing music videos or previewing music songs of incel songs. Songs that we didn't know was incel anthems. And you know what's funny is that I never even thought of him. Like Biz Markie, The Vapors, that's an incel song. If you listen to the song, it's an incel song. He's complaining about all these girls that don't give him no time, and they choosing dudes that got more than him. And then when he finally get on, he don't want to fuck with him no more.
Exactly.
That's an incel. You know what I'm saying? It's a straight up Alex L cartoon. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do that here probably later on this week. My microphone still sounds like shit. Hold on.
It's a little raspy. Isaac K, you're absolutely correct. And what's even worse is his new music is like about how he gonna play him back, I guess. That boy just heard him.
Is that better?
Yes, that's a lot better.
Okay. So you said, what are there songs about people's ex-wives that are incel anthems? I don't know about that. That might be a country music song. But there's a lot of rap songs that are incel anthems. And the ultimate, we talked about this on Twitter, and the ultimate song that is not an incel anthem is Positive K, I Got a Man. He trying to talk to this girl the whole song. But at the end of the song, he's leaving with a woman. But he's trying to get at her, but he's not negative. There's nothing negative about what he's saying and what he's doing. He's just asking her if they can go together. Can they go out on a dinner, go to dinner or something like that? You know what I'm saying? But he's not tripping. Whereas if that's today, they got to talk about the dude. Oh, why you fucking with that nigga? He ain't shit. Oh, you should be fucking with me. That's a hater. That's some incel shit. That's some hater shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to do all of that, you know? DMX was an incel. Come on, bro. Leave DMX alone.
What? He plays so much.
Yes, BL. Far Side, she keeps passing me by. That's definitely an incel song. So we're gonna do that. Oh, T is in the building. Man, where you at? Oh, T must have just deleted his comment. So T is a co-host. Oh, there you go. T, where you at, fam?
Hey.
Unless you're working. Or I probably need to send you the link. I'll send you the link. So yeah, but we're gonna do that here real soon. Since T is in the chat, we definitely gonna be on here talking shit. Oh, just the person I'm looking for. The person I'm looking for. That's the fuck.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Jazz. What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. Jazz asked me on Twitter, tearing them up though.
That's what I'm talking about.
They come for her. She don't play. I was all on. I be reading all through your shit.
I'm just trying to figure out how they incels because I call myself attractive and you got mad at that. Why you mad? Why you mad?
Right.
But no, they get Vita too. They be on Vita ass every day. And
why are you so big and we so small? I can't even see her.
Look, man, don't ask a boss why a boss is a boss. Okay.
He did that on purpose.
Black woman. See how we have the black woman? Minimize.
Look, you happy now? Is that
you checked him though? He maximized that real fast. Okay.
Is that the equality y'all looking for right there?
Yep.
All right, hold on. I gotta close my door because my neighbor's gonna be loud.
Yeah, was that kids in the background? Like I knew I heard some kids.
I don't know, but how you hosting a show and then get up and walk out?
He done did it a couple times, girl.
I got these loud neighbors next door, man. You know how I go down over by my house. I was in here working this morning, and I'm on my computer in a Zoom call, and I heard somebody say, "Yeah, and if I hit you in your head with this bottle, I bet you back the fuck up." I was like, "Hold on, what is going on out here?"
Okay, let me turn on my lights. We all walking.
It's out there in Portland. I see.
So what's going on, Vita? How you doing? You ain't been on in a minute.
I know. You know what? In my head, we had just been on, and I looked. So I was telling my friend about the show, and I was sending him a link, and I saw like the last show I did was 3 weeks ago. I said that was not 3 weeks ago. Oh, I don't hear you
at all. We don't hear you. Let it go.
Yeah, there you go.
What happened to your old mic? You just had fixed it. You did great.
We don't know what you're saying.
He's still talking.
No. So what? No, we don't hear shit.
We cannot hear you.
We hear each other, but we can't hear you.
Right, we read lips.
All right, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. I'm just have to deal with it. It is what it is. But so look, we was talking earlier about a lot of the stuff that's been going on, and today has been one of those days when it comes to incels where it's just been a fucking mess. And I'm glad y'all both here because one, y'all both black women, and they really come for y'all. They really
ready. We ready.
And what I want to know is, what he said, Kenny must be at my family reunion. Yeah, with all that ghetto shit going on in my neighborhood. I live in Portland, man. It's all white people out here acting a damn fool. But what I want to know is what the hell is going on with these dudes? Now, you guys know better than me because I'm just a dude and I'm not an incel. And you guys you guys don't have to, but you guys do interact with these dudes a lot more than I will because I don't need to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what is the deal with that? What's going on with that? And what has been your experience dealing with these incels? What's it been like for you?
For me, it's been crazy. It's because it's only been late. I think it might be y'all's fault because I haven't had these problems until I got on Champagne Show. Next thing I know, they're coming for me. So no matter what I say, it could be clear as day. Somehow they'll twist it to being like anti-male or something, and it makes no sense. Or they'll try, like what was the one the other day? I think I could probably pull it up. That shit was crazy. Like they go off about nothing. They're so defensive, thinking that you're talking about them subconsciously. Exactly. So I called a guy that I knew in high school, not just high school, I grew up with him. So from high school and church and stuff, I knew this guy. I had a big crush on him from 11 to 18. All I said, I had this crush only to find out he basically grew up to be a cornball, right? He's boring. He just quotes scriptures at you. He's just not a cool guy. I also know the fact that he's a prison chaplain and is talking about dropping a rap album. Now, if you know this guy, it makes no sense. Nobody's going to listen to this fucking rap album. He's awful. He can barely talk without sounding boring. You know Ben Stein from the Clear Eyes commercials?
Yeah.
That's how he talks. Now, imagine him being a rapper. Exactly. So in my mentions, because those guys, they took that as meaning that if you're a preacher or something, or that's why I was calling him a cornball. That's what they thought. So they started talking about I want a guy that's gonna mistreat me or some shit because I didn't want this guy. The interesting thing is, they started assuming that I even talked to this guy. I was just looking at his Facebook. You know, I haven't talked to him in a few years. I just thought it was, yeah. And they're like, and on top of that, how do y'all know he's a good guy? For all we know, he can be backhanding his wife as we speak.
You know, like the fuck.
Just because I didn't like him, all of a sudden he must be a cornball and I want thugs or something.
So that's the problem that I be seeing is like there's no gray area. Either you want corny dudes like them or you want gangsters, gang rappers.
I tell you why. Incels tend to be corny. They tend to be socially awkward. They tend to come with personality disorders. They tend to come with mental health issues. So they're already having a problem being sociable in the first place. Add that to the fact of like overwhelming rejection. When they do try to speak up, they probably think that their little timid ass things that they say is an actual attempt at getting close to someone. They get rejected or it's sideside, and now they're just going to continue hating women. They think there is only black and white. They don't think, oh, someone can be kind of corny, kind of hood, and that's all good. No, they think it's either really bad, and they think they're the good ones. That's the crazy part. These corny ass incels think that they're the good ones.
They're the nice guy.
Vita, what do I always say? I'm not a nice guy.
Yeah, you're not a nice guy. You are a kind person.
I'm kind. I'm kind, but
you're not a nice guy. I know, and that's good.
Nice.
So what that usually means, that conversation really is your lane.
I want a podcast, bro. You can't just hop in.
How y'all doing?
Hi.
What's cracking? Who's that?
That's
your
brother.
man.
Oh, that's your
brother. What up, brother?
What's good with y'all? What y'all talking about?
You cannot. Don't look at your sister's tweets.
Oh no, I don't follow my sister at all. Hell no. Not the shit she be posting.
Okay, get the fuck out.
All right, I'm gone.
That's your little brother?
That's my big brother.
That's
Your
your
big brother? That's funny. He acts like a little brother.
Exactly. Childish.
I have a little brother, so.
Oh yeah, go grab him so he can weigh in.
No,
he
he's
don't.
gone.
Oh, he gone. He
He's
gone.
on his way to work. He don't need to
Okay,
weigh in
so-
because look, he gives me hell, so he can stay.
So at the end of the day, like, you know, there's no gray area between these people.
Well, you know what
And-
I was also gonna say, that they also have this need to like rationalize their own rejection.
Mhm.
So if they rationalize it, it can be something wrong with them. It's really like narcissism, really.
Exactly. Something wrong with women. Right.
It's not my approach. It's not what I said. It's not what I did. It's not how I carry myself. It's none of that. She wants somebody who's not good for her.
Exactly. She doesn't think I'm good enough. Like they think it's the woman's fault, and that's how they become involuntary celibate right there. They think it's the woman's fault, and they start hating all women. They start picking out everything like that's a flaw. That's a flaw. Nothing's wrong with me. You know, she won't talk to me because she's stupid. She's stupid. And then it becomes an issue.
Prince was not an incel. Don't
Prince
ever.
was not no damn incel.
He was not no damn incel. Prince was not an incel. Prince was a player. Okay.
T said Prince was an anti-cell.
Yeah. Prince was anti everything. Shit. Prince was anti himself. So, and you know, a lot of this has been going on lately. One of the things that, you know, that whole, thanks for the donation, Thomas B. The Megan Thee Stallion situation has been an incel versus divest from black men war. So we've talked about this heavy, the Megan Thee Stallion stuff. And I would tell people like this. I don't have a problem with, if that's how you want to live your life, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I talked about the song. I didn't think the song was all that. But when it came to her as a person or the people that singing the song, if that's what people want to do, I ain't tripping. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, the only thing though about that is they do, like, the song WAP was WAP for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, want that controversy. That controversy is what makes it popular. And that's what
Exactly.
you'll listen. So you have a song. So I guarantee you they sat in the studio and said, how can we make the most provocative song of all time?
Absolutely.
Hypersexual female rappers that are at the top, right? So if you ask me, all that shit was just part of the game. So I never fall for the marketing branding shit. So that's what it is. You know, like, you know, let's be, first of all, the beat wasn't even that great. I just kind of tracked.
Right.
The video was beautiful. It was great, very creative video. I thought the video was great, actually. But when little mini Zoom meetings and shit, just to like talk about like sex work and sexual liberation, all of that stuff was cool, but then it just seemed more like branding and not really sincerity around sexual liberation.
Exactly.
Right.
It just seems like a bunch of marketing bullshit. So
because for people to get angry as they was, I'm like, nigga, I heard a song called Blowjob Betty when I was a kid.
So like, I love old blues songs. If you look at old blues songs, there's some really dirty stuff out there. I mean, dirty.
Look, baby, I on Uncut watched the fucking video. I love white girls. The nigga was getting head by a white girl.
No, I forgot about that.
Homosexually, none of that.
That's the one that goes white.
I remember that.
I remember that video.
Oh my god!
Oh, like what?
That was on BET Uncut, the light skinned dude.
Yes.
Oh my god!
You know what? iSound Info pointed out 2 Live Crew. DJ Quick, one of my favorite rappers, he has a song called Black Pussy.
Yeah.
Let's not forget Nelly.
Nelly's probably the worst.
Nelly. Oof, child.
Tip drill.
Tip drill.
No, yeah, Nelly's tip drill. So we can go down the line of this being a part of music and art and hip hop or whatever. To me, it's really disingenuous when you're trying to say, oh, it's only wrong because we're more concerned about the sanctity of our women. We don't want little girls to look up to them. I mean, you can't control what the world's going to do at this point. You know?
Better is, as a parent, if you're afraid of your child looking up to someone like that, why do you not have it controlled to where your child can't see that? Like, we live in 2020, people. You can control the TV, the phone. You can have anything blocked that you want to. So if you're really worried about your kids looking up to someone like that, why are you not keeping it away from them? Why are you not giving them other things to study?
Well, I don't think that's possible. Because I grew up in a very strict religious household, and I still found ways to listen to and watch all the things.
There's really no way you can actually stop someone from, when I was a kid, man,
Man.
we used to get in trouble for listening to rap music, right? But my friends had it, so I can listen to it at their house. And there's always going to be ways to sneak around, but there is a certain element of control that you can have. But it's more than just control; it's about setting the environment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta set the environment. Now, everybody knows at my house we play a lot of music. I got a lot of records. We play a lot of music. And I tell a story about how when I heard my daughter listening to Gin and Juice, and I did not know where it was coming from because I didn't think she listened to rap music. And I'm in the house chilling. I'm like, where? I keep hearing this fucking song. Where is it coming from? I go by the bathroom. I'm like, whoa. I went by the door. I was like, oh. Now, I didn't trip because I listened to way worse shit than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make sure she listened to good music.
And that's the other thing I was going to say, like, when you talk about setting the environment, it's more than just, even putting controls on the TV. What are you teaching your kids? What are you showing them? What kind of, do they have an open relationship where they can talk to you and communicate with you without having sexual feelings or ideas or thoughts or you know what I mean? So to me, you have to take more control in your relationship. Are you building more connections so they have an understanding to communicate with you and they can listen to you and your concerns?
Exactly.
And have an open dialogue about maybe it's good they see things like that so you can have an open dialogue about it and see how they're interpreting it.
Because if you hold it from them and hide it, they're gonna jump right in.
They're gonna run to it. They're gonna find a way to get to it faster, and then next thing you know, you got a daughter talking about some what.
Anything I wanted to watch, anything I wanted to hear, I was able to, despite my father being a strict Pentecostal, right? So I still watched because I refused to go to school and not see the new Busta Rhymes video because I knew everybody's gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? So that wasn't about to happen. So I made sure I was gonna see. I had cousins, I had friends. Sometimes people, you just find ways to watch it or listen to it.
This is also true.
Yes, Shake 'Em Dry by Lucille Bogan is actually one of the ones I was thinking of. There's so many. Because in that song, she says, I have nipples on my titties the size of my thumb.
Who said that?
Lucille Bogan in the song Shave 'Em Dry. That's what David B is in the chat.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know nothing about that.
That's what old
neither do I.
Who's Lucille Bogan?
David B is put up his message. Yeah, there we go. You can see. That's the song and that's the artist. And so she's pretty raunchy. And there's more than that. There's like a whole genre of, even the songs like have double entendres, but they're
well, I mean, even
I know
Blowfly, you ever listen to Blowfly? Blowfly is the actual one of the first nasty rap songs I ever heard in my life. And Blowfly talks about fucking, sucking. He even got a song about how he met a woman that was on the whole stroll, took her home, she pulled his pants down, and she had a dick. Okay. So, and that's in 1978, 1977.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Blowfly is a mess. And he was an old man rapping. He was in his 50s rapping. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really trip off that kind of stuff, but a lot of people start interpreting things in a religious way. And a lot of the incels start interpreting things based on, they see somebody look like Meg Thee Stallion, who's fine in a motherfucker. They see somebody like Cardi B, and they like, well, I'm never going to have that. So they must only be serving that up to the Pookies and the Ray Rays. You know what I'm saying? That's how they think. And me, T, and Mario, we're Pookies and Ray Rays. I mean, I don't know why, but I'm a Pookie, I'm a Ray Ray. It is what it is. Because with them, from my perspective as a dude, they don't have any gray area between black and white. So I'm not like them, and I don't commit crimes. Okay? I got a fucking master's degree. I used to commit crimes, but that was a long time ago. So there's no way that I could be a Pookie and a Ray Ray, but if I'm not like them, if I got swag, if I got some type of style or something, okay, yeah, you're a Pookie and a Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not awkward like them. Really, at the end of the day, them motherfuckers need therapy.
Yes.
They need therapy. Heavy.
Help.
Jazz, what was the name of that disorder that dude? There was a disorder that he has. The guy that was arguing with us today.
Yes, let's see here.
Pluto, whatever, something Pluto.
Base Pluto and Base Pluto 2 when
Yeah,
he
Base
has
Pluto.
data on his original page.
Right.
He has an avoidant personality disorder.
So won't you worry about that first? You know what I'm saying?
What is avoidant personality disorder?
Exactly. Who the fuck knows?
What does that mean? I'm not saying that's not a thing, but what is it? I know what avoidant is.
It's something that clinically he said he's got avoidant personality disorder. I guess I don't know.
Right. Probably he
So it's
naturally avoids people.
social anxiety. It's a disorder characterized by social discomfort and avoidance of interpersonal contact. Who has avoidant personality disorder avoids intimate and social contact with others. So they sit on the internet and talk shit to people.
Incel.
I added that little extra part, but
Incel. It's classic.
And without handouts, they need WAP therapy. Hey man, everybody needs some WAP therapy every now and then.
They don't need no WAP therapy because what if the WAP therapy, get them there and they feel loved, and then the WAP be like, nah, this ain't it. They're gonna fuck around and kill them.
They're gonna do the OJ.
They don't need no
what would make why would that make him mad at women though? Why would what make him mad at women? The disorder?
Being socially awkward like that? I mean, because at the end of the day, men, if you're a straight man, you chase women. You know what I'm saying? So if you're socially awkward and you can't even bring yourself to talk to women, and when you finally do, they don't want you back, you're going to, at some point in time, feel rejected to the point that you are angry. And once you're rejected to the point that you are angry, you are now mad. And now there's everybody, and that is an issue.
Yep. He said that he blamed the women for his social anxiety. Is that why he brought it up? Because I didn't see that part.
I didn't watch the whole video.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know if he does, but I know his whole channel is about women. So,
what's the guy's name? Or you don't want to say it?
Let me see here.
Base Pluto.
Base Pluto, and then Base Pluto 2.
Okay.
He was trying to say, I don't know if you know, but he was trying to get me to come on his show and debate him.
He was.
He was trying to get me to debate him something. I don't know what.
But why would we give somebody like that a platform?
I'm not. Exactly. You know what I told him? I said, motherfucker, you can come over here and debate me, and my appearance fee is $100 an hour. Hoe up or blow up. I don't do shit for free. And you ain't bigger than us. You ain't better than us. So why the fuck would I come on your platform and give you some shine? No, you can come over here, and don't get mad when we.
I wouldn't even let him come over here because all that does. The thing about those debates, they're scams in a sense, not scams, but you're basically promoting each other. That's literally what.
Yeah, and I
remember when everybody was mad that Charlemagne had not Charlemagne. I guess Charlemagne too, but also Trevor Noah. They had Tommy Loren, that racist,
yeah,
on their show. Everybody was mad about it, and people were mad about various reasons. But one of the key things to me that made me mad, as a person who works in media, you do that on purpose. So when a TV show has somebody on there to debate them, is literally to promote them. So Tommy Loren was nobody. She was an internet person. She got bigger. Now she's on TV.
Exactly.
On national TV, right? So what that network did, Comedy Central, all they did was promote Tommy Loren. It was on purpose. None of that stuff is by accident. So all that shit, to me, is bullshit. Misogyny is baked into the ideology of what? Of everything?
I've been called a misogynist before. I don't know why. I think it's just because I didn't agree with someone. But they're saying basically misogyny is baked into the ideology of an incel, which that's part of it.
Yeah, it's part of it.
It's part of it. You know what I mean? You got the Elliot Rodger dude sitting in his car, shooting at people, mad because he can't get a date. It's a lot of it is, a lot of bullshit. But I was not going on that dude's show to debate him. For what? You can debate me on Twitter. It's free. But I'm not coming on your show unless you pay me. I'm sorry.
So DA, I'm interested in DA's comment.
Yes, me as well.
I saw him use a study that excluded 70% of Black women and used the small percentage of Black women who interracially date as proof Black women as a collective want non-Black men or mixed men. I have never heard that in my life.
Not ever in my life.
I have been a Black woman all my life. I am in a Black sorority. I have grown up in a predominantly Black community. I have never.
What do they say? Black men, 85% of Black men are married to Black women.
Right.
So that stat don't mean nothing.
And you know,
Exactly.
they tried to put another stat and said that they were only married to light-skinned women. And
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh,
I seen.
then come to find out even that wasn't true. They didn't even read their own study that they posted.
I seen that there was that. What's the name of that, Jazz? You was involved in that conversation, that movie about dating. What was it? And they was people complaining about there was only light skinned women and light skinned men. So like,
TV show. It was like a couples therapy TV show.
was it no, was it blackish? No.
No, it was
a reality show, right? With black couples.
Yeah.
And I think they were upset because mostly all the women were light skinned.
But the men were light skinned too, weren't they?
Huh? Who was light skinned?
The men were light skinned too.
Were they? I don't remember. I remember
Black Love. T got it. It was called Black Love.
Black Love. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Was it all light skinned people on there?
I don't know because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't think about that.
Funny? I didn't even notice until somebody said it. But I agree in the sense that I don't think you see enough portrayals of dark skinned black women with black men. I don't see that enough. Like that's a fact. But I think it's also a fact you just don't see dark skinned black women on TV in general that much.
Period. Right.
Unless you're like married to a superstar basketball player, or you yourself have worked your ass off like Angela Bassett to be a superstar.
Right.
For the most part, it's really difficult. Or Viola Davis, she don't even get. I think I brought this up. Maybe it was in the podcast for T. Viola Davis still running around talking about she ain't getting paid. She's been in the industry forever as a black woman, dark skinned black woman, right?
Isaac Cage said it.
I do think that we don't see enough black couples that are
period. We don't see black couples. Period.
Happy black couple. No, they'll show black couples. They're always fighting.
Yeah.
Always fighting. The woman is berating the man. The man is being a dummy or something. And they're just back and forth.
Facts. Now
that is what they be doing. What they be doing, Vita.
That's what they be doing.
It's funny. You said if you scratch an incel, you'll find a lot of alt-right philosophy and conspiracy theories in their cult. What's funny is that T texted me that. I think he texted me that today, and T was like, a lot of these dudes, they have also a lot of like conspiracy theories with a lot of their shit, and I'm like, I never really thought about that, but you're right. Yeah. There's a lot of conspiracies, and there's a lot of alt-right stuff because a lot of those dudes that are on Twitter that call themselves Hotep are part of the incel community also.
There's a lot of those too. So that's why I try to tell people, like, for example, a lot of the incels that are on my page, notice that a lot of them are super pro-black. They're following people that are super pro. They talk about the shit that I usually talk about, the political stuff. Some of those guys were my actual, right? In fact, a few of them were my actual followers. One of them damn near something like a stalker. So Kitty kept calling him a stalker the whole time. He's on the thing. And then every time the dude would comment, he posts some like this video of some weird
Jason.
What was it?
It was Jason. No, it was from Players Club.
Players Club. Yeah, that's when you kept
Myron from Players Club.
Yeah. So that's
Myron from Players Club. When he followed Diamond home and was like banging on the door and trying to get in. That's why I went on clubs. But that's one.
Then the dude brought up my dad. Remember, that guy? He said some shit. Well,
yeah.
By the kind of men you like. You talked about the things because I'm open about my trauma with my dad. That's what I teach about. So this fool tries to throw that in my face. Like I can tell kind of women who have those kind of fathers grow up to get certain kind of men, which is so funny because I'm the squarest person you'll ever meet. So I don't even see. Well, I mean, you know what you call square, but thugs don't want me. I'm not right here.
She's like, I'm legit. Okay.
Listen, as soon as a wrong element, I'm at a party. Somebody come in looking like they not partying. I'm out. I'm not ride or die. So they'll fuck with me.
And I'm in the back in the cut trying to see that nigga coming over here.
This motherfucker.
A Black Authority. What's Black Authority? What's that?
Jason Black.
Guy? Or the guy?
Jason Black, he's a major incel. Absolutely. And, that whole Myron character and that dude that was stalking you on Twitter. This is why, from a dude's perspective, I just be looking in from afar because I don't get buck with them dudes. So I'm just like, Damn, man, that's real. I was asking you. I was like, how you know all about your family like that?
He has to be, because he had to listen to the show, and he had to be following me on Twitter pretty heavy. So that's the only way he would know that. But the thing that's so funny about it is he tried to use it against me, which doesn't make any sense, because for a few reasons. But yeah, so he's just, people like that, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm a square too, but I'm sharp on all four corners.
You feel me?
I'm on my E40 shit. I'm a hip square.
Yeah, I'm a square too, but I'm sharp on all four corners, man. I don't do that shit. All four. Yeah, Tariq Nasheed is an incel. He is. Yeah. I thought that was very interesting because, on the show, we do have people, and there's nothing you could do about getting away from these people, especially with social media. So the incel, they're on, when I did my sports podcast with me and Jamila, there was incels in the comments doing that. And mainly because Jamila's fine in a motherfucker, and it just turns into, I'm like, I'm not doing no show with no ugly women. So if y'all want me to, if the incels got to go away because I'm doing shows with ugly women, it ain't happening. Okay, that's just the way it is.
I'm so done with Kenny.
I'm not a liar.
Okay,
I'm telling the truth.
I don't want no ugly women. It's stupid.
I'm just saying. Y'all want me to be a liar?
What you mean?
I'm just saying.
All black women are beautiful, except divestors. We don't like them.
Thank you. Now, if I have a divester on here, then people are gonna be tripping with me.
Exactly.
Oh, no, we don't.
And seeing the divestors, just like I don't understand divestors, I don't think y'all understand. Well, maybe you do, because the divestors are just like incels.
They attack us.
Right. He know, because I stay getting called to pick me for something.
Oh, yeah, that's where I met this motherfucker at. That's where I met this.
But that's real though. Like, they be in our mentions. They call you a pick me, a mule. What else do they say? Black man's mule. You'll be stupid you'll feel stupid when your black man leaves you with 4 kids. And I'm like,
he's like, I don't have any kids, and then you get mad. Oh, that's because no one wants to give you kids. Okay, now be easy. All right.
Right.
So they get mad at Vita and say that she gonna get left with 4 kids. They get mad at Jazz for being light skinned. It's always some shit. Well, no, you light skinned too. No, Vita light skinned too.
Better than that. You can't be on Twitter being light skinned. What you on Twitter being light skinned for?
Well, you light skinned too, according to them.
I'm trying to get a tan.
I'm dark, but maybe it's the lighting of my picture. I don't know, but no one on earth. I'm way darker than a paper bag.
If you ain't Grace Jones dark, you light skinned to them people.
It's funny because that's true. Because I've seen them say there's all light skinned women in something, and I'm looking at brown skinned women thinking,
yes,
light skinned women.
And I was like, what? What's happening? I'm so confused.
I've had somebody. I had a student. I used to be a mentor at Portland State University. I had a student. They used to follow me on Twitter, and there was that gender argument bullshit going on. And I left a comment, and I don't think she knew who I was. She didn't know it was me. And she said, "Well, I don't really take advice from light-skinned men. You shouldn't be having a conversation." I was like, "Wait a minute." So I DM'd her. I said, "Hey, you know who I am?" And she said, "No." And I sent her a picture, and all of that shit went away. So a lot of these people do this performative shit online.
Right.
And because nobody wants to hear this shit in real life. Like, you're miserable. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Like, if you go offline talking that shit to your parents will be like, you need to get a fucking job. Like, go find something.
They want to get a job. They want to get a hobby. They're going to start telling you to do all types of shit. You need to pray.
Yeah, you need to pray. You need to pray that colorism away.
Yeah. Ooh. Who is this that said you like a yellow? Who is 2008 Scott?
2008 B. Scott can't say nothing because he's sitting in Utah.
But which one of them is he calling? Which one of y'all is he calling yellow? You or her?
I got a yellow shirt on. Somebody in there yellow. You sitting in Utah. You're going to be tailed in a motherfucker in the next 2 months.
I met this black lady. She hated, somebody called her light skin or something, or mentioned that she was light skinned. And she got really, if it was an older lady, light skinned black lady. And so she just was like, and so I was curious as to, why did that upset you so much? She said, Whenever I hear light skin or high yellow, the next word is usually bitch. That's how she growing up. So she never liked being called light skin or high yellow or yellow. She never liked to be differentiated from her cousins and stuff like that because that's what happened to her. I thought that was really sad too because she's telling the story and she's like such a sweet
It's
lady.
crazy.
So yeah.
My mama's light skinned.
Vita is butterscotch.
But no, I feel the older lady because to be perfectly honest with you, when people mostly call me light skinned, it easy bitch is gonna come after it or white girl is gonna come after it. And I don't know in what world it is not disrespectful to call a black woman a white girl. I do not care.
Jasmine. When I was in Texas and when I've been every time I've been to the South, I've heard black folks call light skinned women white.
White, and then they'll sit here and talk all this stuff about white people, which y'all white people, if y'all on here, let me tell the truth, y'all ancestors done did some shit, okay? So you know it, don't try to say shit to me because I don't care. So they'll talk all this shit about white people, how evil they are, and then the same breath call me a white girl. No, don't associate me with none of that. I am a black woman. Yes, I am fair. I'm sorry. I didn't pick this. I'm sorry. But I'm here. I'm a black woman. Don't try to like take that away from me and say, "Oh, white girl's not a slur."
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And I see Jazz mama. She black. She fine too. Just saying.
Okay.
Beautiful, Jazz. So this is the thing. Like, whenever I hear the colorism conversations, I can tell nobody wants to have a real conversation.
Thanks.
Like what some people on Twitter have been pointing out, like this is about proximity to sex. Like, am I attractive to somebody else? So what happens is when you see the girls who are upset at light-skinned women, a lot of it has to do with their own self-esteem. Like, they don't even know you. You know what I mean? I will point this out too, though. Their self-esteem is a result of the trauma they experienced because they were dark-skinned.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Sometimes what I noticed, and I worked in schools for a long time, and adults don't realize they're doing certain shit, even though it seems blatant. But I've seen the black teachers, and usually it's honestly always the black people who do this. I worked at a school in Watts, and at the time it was like 95% black. And so the staff, I noticed, were always partial to the little light-skinned girl or the light-skinned girl that was mixed. Always. And this is elementary school. They'd favor her. They'd tell her, "Oh, you have such pretty hair," stuff like that, in front of the other kids. Now, Matt, and I remember one time I had these 3 volunteers. There were these 3 dark-skinned black girls. They were in high school, and they would volunteer. They would volunteer to work with some of the youth in my program. I ran the school program with elementary school kids. So they were coming over to volunteer while the kids were doing their homework or eating or something. The kids are all sitting down, and I hear them playing. I hear them talking, and I look up and I see they're playing with the one little girl in my whole program that was mixed, and they're playing with her hair and talking about how she's so pretty. Ooh, I wish I had hair like this. And now these girls all had like really kinky hair. They were all dark-skinned girls, and all they were doing was fawning over this mixed girl. And I had to pull them aside. And I pointed out, said, number one, we don't compliment one kid and not the kids next to them. We don't do that.
No.
That builds up certain self-esteem issues and resentment and anger. And you don't know what's going to happen now to that little girl because you sat up here favoring her. So what happened when she go up to the playground and all those little dark-skinned girls that were sitting next to her that were her favorite? So now they feel some sort of resentment and anger towards her, and they don't even know why. They don't even know why. And we're instilling that shit. And what's even crazier is those girls had never heard that good hair was not a good term. No one had ever told them that. They thought it was totally acceptable. So I wasn't raised that way. My parents were pretty pro-black, so they made was on top of my shit. They never made me ashamed of my skin color or my hair, never. So when I see other people that way, it confused me. Wait a minute, that's not everybody. So when those girls said that, it threw me for a loop. But people don't realize they're doing it when they do it. And then, like I was saying, it creates other problems. So what happens when those girls grow up? Dark-skinned girls think they're not attractive or they're not, favored for whatever reason. And all the light-skinned girls think all dark-skinned girls hate her.
Exactly. And then it's like this invisible beef that doesn't have to exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we all sisters at the end of the day, it's like And it just does not have to happen. But okay, let me go ahead and break it off on you, Kenny. You know, a lot of this also comes from our black men. They talk about their preferences and who do they leave out of the conversation? They leave dark skinned girls out of the conversation. You will see black men, you know, that actually do like dark skinned girls. They'll speak up, but for the majority, even worldwide, even London, all different places where black men reside, they'll say, you know, give me that light skinned girl with the curly hair. For why though? For what though? And that's
So
going to
wait, now,
build.
let me ask you a question, Jazz, because you've been a lot, you've been all around the world. You've seen that in other countries also.
Yes. Colorism is not just in America.
Oh,
It
it's
is
everywhere.
not. Yes, it is not just in America. And when I say colorism, speaking on the black delegation, it is not just in America. It is everywhere, everywhere. Right now, my little brother's in Thailand. He's stuck there because he's in the service, but he only hangs around black people. But he sees how even so, with him being fair-skinned black, he's getting a lot more of the prettier women in Thailand that want to deal with him. You know what I'm saying? While his dark-skinned friends who have more accolades and whatnot, they're not getting anyone whatsoever. So they're just stuck in a country that they don't know anything about until COVID blows over with no attention. No,
Right.
nothing. While my little brother is like living it up. You know what I'm saying? Colorism is rampant across the whole world. And it has a lot to do with, like you said, proximity to sex. Like if I'm not getting chose and no one's choosing to love me and it has something to do with my skin color, then I'm going to hate everyone else that doesn't look like me.
So the KCAS 12 said, yes, most divestors are dark skinned. I've noticed that. I'll say this.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even know because sometimes I don't even have real pictures, and they'll just
Most of them don't.
really not be dark skinned and just be doing it to be, you know, antagonistic online and say, you know. So I don't always know. But I mean, if that's the case, then that means I have. If it is majority dark skinned women who are there, then that means we have to make sure that we're not creating more of that pain. That's really what it is. And until we, and so, and that's why I got a little annoyed on Twitter. He's a pretty cool guy. I have no beef with him. In fact, you know, we talk on Twitter all the time. But he made this statement to address the divestors and basically said that like black women who aren't like that need to always be checking these women. And but to me, all that back and forth is a waste of time. Number one, I mean, we do it because most of us are at work or at home. We got shit else to do. You know? So I mean, we should be working, but anyway.
Right.
But anyway, the whole thing is like we don't have control over what those women do. And it's just as silly as when black women on there say, black men, you got to do all this to protect black women. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm doing my part for what I got to do, right?
Right.
It just sounds crazy to me, especially when the real issue cannot be resolved until we address our own trauma and self-hate issues, period.
Right.
Stop creating these women who are hurting because of their experiences. Until we stop creating it, it won't stop.
You know, it's funny, but you know, from a man's perspective, the same way you said you can't check all these women because you got better things to do. I feel the same way. Like I've seen dudes, I know dudes that do that. I got a friend, and we're not really friends anymore, that told me if it ain't white, it ain't right.
Oh no.
Yeah. I have another friend that left a Facebook post. This is years ago, talking about black women. And his main problem is that he can't get a date with a black woman. I showed you the picture of the woman he's dating, Vita.
Yeah.
Okay. And me and him had to chop it up to hash this stuff out on some man shit. Because for me personally, I didn't know. I'm not going to say I didn't know that colorism existed, but the household that I grew up in, it just wasn't.
It wasn't a thing.
It didn't exist in my house.
Right.
So when I stepped out into the world, and I started seeing it, I never thought about preference. I just like fine ass women.
Right. I just like ugly niggas.
I'm the same way with guys. I don't even consider skin tone. It's not even a thing for me.
Yeah. I just like fine ass women. So when I started seeing brothers do this kind of stuff, like, oh no, I've heard brothers say stuff like, I'm gonna get a white girl so we can have kids that look like name your light skinned star on TV. I've heard brothers say they only want light skinned girls. I've heard brothers. I've never heard brothers say they only want dark skinned women. But what I have noticed that really dark skinned men date really light skinned women and vice versa. I noticed that, but I didn't really figure that stuff out or pay attention to until I was like 22, 23. But by then, I was already set my ways what type of women I like. Okay.
But see, this is the thing. Like, so in my household, it was very. I would say my grandmother, and my parents, did a really good job of making sure me and my brother didn't feel some type of way because we were the darker ones, right?
Right.
I had a cousin that I grew up with, almost like a sister. Like we went to the same schools, all that shit, right? We were always together. Not that we liked each other, we just had to be. So, but she was super light skinned. She had very long hair. She was very thin. She looked. Everybody would compare her to Aaliyah, but like lighter than Aaliyah, right?
Right.
So I saw it when I went out of my house. So when me and her were together or at school or other places, I could see the difference how I was treated versus how she was treated. The difference is my parents had kind of already prepared me for it. So when I was able to identify it instead of internalizing it. Now, my parents didn't do a good job with everything on that, but the black part they got down.
Right.
And so I learned that, or I never had that issue. I never felt jealous of my cousin. I used to fight people that would talk shit about my cousin.
Right.
And they were jealous of my cousin. I had to fight her. I don't even like my cousin, but I'll fight for her. We didn't get along. We were just different people. We were like now, but as kids, we were just different people. But people try to fight her. People would talk shit about her. My cousin was super nice. She's social with everybody. She's not one of those people who's stuck up or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah. What's that say? I heard dudes say they like light-skinned girls because they're submissive.
No, we ain't.
That's a dummy.
No, they ain't. They might say it, but it ain't true.
No, we ain't.
What are you talking about? How many times have we seen women, like rappers with light skin, who are playing the fuck out of them?
Oh, yeah. I mean, even,
how many models have we seen with rappers that got fucking played? Like, stop.
Like, okay, so Jazz is military, so you know this. A lot of dudes go to Asia, Southeast Asia, for women, because they believe a lot of white dudes do this. They believe that Asian women are more submissive. They don't, a lot of white dudes don't even like white women.
Facts.
But they'll marry Asian women because they believe they're more submissive. And I'm telling you right now, Asian women are not more submissive. They're just not. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than that. The reason why if you're a white dude, I told you about my boy. He's in Thailand right now. He's been in Thailand for 5 years. He does not date white women. He can't stand white women. He calls them cave dwellers.
He's a cave dweller.
And he's white. He calls them cave dwellers. He does not date white women. He'll date anything else but white women. I don't know what that's all about. I never asked him. And when he said that to me, I kind of looked at him like, what the fuck? You okay? Like, you talking about your own people like that? All right. You ain't never gonna hear me say no shit like that about my people. But yeah, brothers do perpetuate, and we get it in the videos all the way back into the 90s. And it's gotten better to a certain degree. And I think me and T was talking about this, that you see more dark-skinned people in movies than you do light-skinned people. When's the last time you saw a light-skinned man in a movie, like a A-list movie star that's a light-skinned man? You really don't see that no more.
That's true.
They're all dark-skinned now. Now, women, you got Viola Davis, who's dark-skinned. Angela Bassett could be considered brown. Dark-skinned.
Yeah, very dark.
But the number one actress is Viola Davis, and the number one black man is Daniel Kaluuya, whatever his name is, the dude from Get Out. He's in every fucking movie that comes out now.
He is.
He's in every fucking movie. So it's like,
I don't even think he's that great of an actor. Why does he keep getting roles? He's good, but he's not like.
He's from Great Britain.
Like
yeah, he's not all that. But so that part has changed. Even in rap videos, even though nobody makes videos anymore, it's a little bit different now. You know what I mean? But then you have black rappers, like, what's the boy name? Kodak Black, that had nothing good to say about his own skin tone.
On top of
he don't want a dark-skinned woman because he's scared his kids are going to be ugly. He called himself ugly.
That's what he said. He thinks he doesn't want his kids to come out like him.
Kodak is ugly, but he's not ugly because he's dark skinned. He's just ugly.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't help that he has a fucked up personality. But I think a lot of times we don't think about the guys who are saying a lot of that dumb shit. They're in their own pain too. And I think that's also gets, like, I wasn't mad at Kodak. When all the blogs were pissed and everybody's talking about how terrible he was, I wasn't mad because I heard the whole clip. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I seen it.
Just saying, I don't want a dark-skinned girl. He said, I don't want a dark-skinned girl because I'm already dark.
Right.
Dark and dark don't go together.
That's what he said.
Taught him that. That hurt me. In fact, I was really sad for him. I couldn't even be mad. I felt hurt for him because he didn't even love himself. That's what all
Exactly.
to do with black women had everything to do with him.
Exactly. And someone did teach him that. And I think that's where people need to realize, like, instead of getting mad at somebody for the ideals that they have behind colorism, you gotta really teach them. You really gotta show them, because in this day and age, no one else is gonna let them know, hey, that's wrong, that's not okay, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone taught him that he needed somebody fair skin. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to show him examples, or show other people examples. Hey, this can be beautiful. We don't have to listen to this person's beauty standards or this person's beauty standards. This can be beautiful, but that gotta come from home.
Because I even noticed, I have a friend, she live in New Orleans now. She's really, really light skinned, like very light skinned. And I was talking to her the other day. She's been living in New Orleans since Hurricane Katrina. And we were talking, and she said that we started talking about this whole situation. And she said, yeah, it's either I'm getting dudes that's willing to climb over an alligator for me, or I got dudes that'll call me a white bitch, or even black women call me a white bitch. And she's black. She's just really, really light skinned. She's like light skinned like Kid from Kid and Play.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, on the West Coast, you hear it, but not really. Not really.
Yeah, not in LA.
Nah.
LA, well, I will say this though about LA. We favor light skinned women heavy in LA.
Right.
Heavy.
Well, we don't even want light skinned women. They want Kim Kardashian. They want an Armenian or something.
It's not as blatant as it might be in certain places, but you catch it, and nobody misses it. I'll say it like that. Like nobody misses it.
Because remember, YG said something about it on the stage at Nipsey Hussle funeral.
What did he say?
He said something like, "Man, I'm gonna miss you." He said, "I'm gonna miss you. We got these pretty light skinned daughters." And
right. I did hear that.
He said that. I was like, I don't know if you should have said that, nigga. Damn.
He should. I mean, is whatever he said it, but
we got these pretty daughters that would have.
As a dark skinned black man, that tells me a lot already.
Right.
So yeah, I heard that, and that really hurt me to hear, because I also think about how does that make his daughter feel?
Right.
He has to now go to the world as this light-skinned black girl.
Right.
That's her identity, as opposed to her just being a black girl.
Right. Yeah, it's funny. Isaac K said all of YG's baby moms look like Kehlani. Right. And I think, out here,
him and Kehlani were just dating.
Right. All of out here, the whole Kim Kardashian thing. If you look at Reggie Bush, his wife looks like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, she looks like literally like Kim K.
She looks better, but she looks like Kim Kardashian. And I think what happened is that look, the airbrushed eyebrows, that what I call racially ambiguous. Like, you don't know what these people are. You don't know if they black. You don't know if they mix. You don't know what they are. They're racially ambiguous. That's what a lot of brothers started going after.
So I watch this TV show Unsung. I love that show with the passion, and I watch it. I marathon it on YouTube, right? And they have stuff from as old as the 50s all the way up to like the 90s or early 2000s. And what I know, in the early 2000s, women in videos still have their natural bodies.
Yeah. Yeah. They body shaped like y'all.
The women don't. They all look the same. They don't even look human. Like, it doesn't even like it looks like it's not possible to look that good, and that's how good they are.
Yeah.
Humanly possible, right? Unless you have a scientist in a with a scalpel shaping it up. So I just trip off of like how far away we've come. But I have a question, and I want to ask this to the chat as well. Do you think that'll style of this era of women's bodies will get old, or do you think it'll just be more people trying to achieve those bodies?
Yes, I think
we got to bounce that back on y'all, because y'all the ones getting the surgery.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's patent just to everybody to speak, because I would like to put on that too.
I think it is going to get old. Right.
Oh, shout out to iSound Info. I'm sorry.
I think it is going to actually get old, because after a while, it's a trend. It's a fad. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
true,
most other trends right now. So right now, I guess it's perfection, and people are playing into that. But it's going to get old. Imagine being 82 and your boobs still sit up here, and you're like, it's not going to. Of course, things are going to change. You're going to have to continue to get surgery, which a lot of them do in Hollywood.
You gotta come to LA.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
Yeah.
No, you're describing LA. You're describing LA. That's
gonna-
exactly how white women look in LA.
see, yeah, it's going to get old, and after a while, men are like, "Look, I can't keep doing this." Like,
You know what I think is going to have to happen?
What?
What's going to have to happen is somebody's going to have to get sick and get cancer or something, because we ain't getting no younger. The Instagram, this era of Instagram, Twitter. Look, all of us here are either in our 30s or damn near 30. So we ain't gonna just be sitting still forever. So eventually what's gonna happen is it will get old, but the next generation coming up, are they gonna do it? And what I can tell, I don't think so. I don't think the next generation.
That's what I was thinking too. I don't think this will be generational. I think this will be an era.
Yeah.
Because it's too much like every other trend. Trends die.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't see it being able to evolve much more than what it is, right? It'll die. And on top of that, nobody wants to get their body cut open just to achieve this one. It's actually scary how people are willing to do that. How low? Let's say everybody.
Well, there's been plenty of stories of people going and seeing some. I mean, Cardi B, her first surgery was some back alley surgery or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And
sad.
I think what part is all of our fault, for the simple fact that we in this era where attention. I have this analogy, and T knows my analogies. We will take 100,000 Instagram likes over gold bars. I can lay out 5 gold bars straight from Fort Knox, and we'll choose the 100,000 Instagram likes and retweets.
No, speak for yourself. I'm gonna choose the gold.
What?
I said, speak for yourself. I'm gonna choose the gold. I'm gonna grab one of them gold bars and be like, thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Now, in my right mind, I'm like, no, give me the money. I don't need the attention. But a lot of people want the attention, and this new era of especially Instagram, more than anything, you can get a whole lot of attention. I've seen this. I used to do these little experiments, my own personal experiments, because I'm kind of crazy. So what I would do is go to a very, very popular Instagram model's page, and I would scroll all the way to the bottom where the feed was, so I could see what she looked like before and how many likes she got before she started putting her booty cheeks out. And it's a whole different vibe.
I feel like I've seen the same thing. Funny you said that, because I think I've not like as an experiment, but that's like something I noticed.
Yeah.
Is that when I went to some of the models' earlier pics, so there are some models that actually like their page, right? So I would go through their page, because she has really great photos. So I'll go down, going down to the bottom, like, whoa, she looks very different.
Very different.
I did notice that, which is funny that you say that. I think so. I think you guys are right. I think it'll probably, die out as a trend. And the other thing is, I think people, or women in particular, I think a lot of women believe that that's the only thing men want. Yeah. And their goal is to get that connection and that love that they apparently feel like they can't get from other places. So unless they look a certain way, they won't be able to get that love and connection or attention.
And I'm going to give you the secret. Dudes, we don't give a fuck. Just like the lingerie stuff. Y'all go to the store and buy all that lingerie. We don't give a fuck. We trying to take it off.
Well, I think every guy is different though. Some guys love lingerie. You know? So, and they beg you to get the shit. You're trying to mail you.
Yeah, unless you're trying to wear it. I don't know. But
what'd you say?
Nothing. Nothing. The dude might be trying to wear your lingerie or something.
My point is that there is no one way a man thinks. I know people like to push that idea. I see men push that idea, but I think it's a very dangerous idea because it doesn't allow for other conversations around your experiences as a man. But I just feel like because women think that this is something that men want,
exactly,
to be desired, that their goal is to be desired, so that way they can get whatever it is they're missing.
I watch this show called Botch all the time. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I love it so much. But it's always a woman on there, and like this concept behind it is surgery's gone wrong, and they're coming to get their surgeries fixed with more surgeries, right? So they're going to LA for it. And all the women that ever come on there, all they ever say is, yeah, I was really young and I didn't have boobs, or I didn't have a body, and I had a kid, and my guy left me for a girl with boobs. So I went and got boobs, and now I'm fucked up for life. And it's literally the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And I want to be honest with men. I don't think y'all realize the responsibility or the power that you guys have. Because believe it or not, there are a lot of women out here that will change everything about themselves to their core just to get you to say hi to them. They're never going to act like it because we were never supposed to give y'all that power. But literally, if they see men like fake asses this year, they're going to go get a fake ass because they want some attention from a man. If they see that men like ratchet bitches, that's who they're going to become because, you know, that, I mean, I don't know y'all.
And that's the thing, though. There's so much hypocrisy though. So the guys will say that they want one thing, but you can see what people like on Instagram.
Guys want two things, okay? Guys want two things. They want the one night and they want the forever. They want them both, okay? So
that's right. That, you know, it doesn't matter. Like they like everything. There's all kind. I see. You know, I think about Twitter, and I think about how no matter what you're insecure about, I swear if you search it, there's probably a thread of people who are in love with that weird thing that you got. I've seen polls. I've seen threads on Gaps. I've seen short women, little people. Women, BBW, dark skin BBW, whatever you have, whatever you might be. I swear to you, there is a thread specifically for men, thirsty men, all in that shit.
Oh, yeah. In there.
Don't give a fuck.
I'm hold on, man, because y'all, I feel like I'm under a bus and I got tracks on my back. But Phil Winters, thanks for the donation, brother. I feel like I got car tracks, I got tire tracks on my back here. Brothers in the comments, help me out here. What's going on here?
What you need help with? What are they saying?
Phil, help me
out. I love pizza, but I can't have pizza for every meal.
I'm just saying. Yeah, you're right. Okay, you guys are right. Men really don't know what they want. They really don't.
Men, I think that we don't give men enough credit. I really do.
Definitely don't do that. Shit.
And what I mean by that is, I think sometimes because we see men, and I used to think this too. I would see like maybe a guy I'm with or a guy I'm interested in, and I see the kind of girls he likes, and I'll just see that I'll think automatically he wouldn't find me attractive because he's looking at Megan Good.
Right.
Right.
Then but if you talk over the years, I realized no, they liked me too. I didn't look anything like Megan Good, but
men do the same thing. I'm gonna give you an example. We started streaming. This motherfucker here talked about me not having a beard for a good 3 weeks because I didn't have a beard at the time. And I'm like, damn, would you try? She was fucking with my self-esteem a little bit. I'm like, damn, do I need to grow my beard back? What the fuck is going on here? She had the whole comment section on me. Told him I had a porno mustache from the 70s.
Porn stash, I knew it was coming.
She said I had a porn stash because I didn't have no beard. All my people in the comments were running me into the ground.
That's not a lie though, Kenny. If I see you take this off, your chin strap off, and you just got this, that's the porn stash. That is actually the porn stash.
He's exaggerating it a bit, but it's true. However, everybody can agree. Like, you can't not have this part. And
she said she thought I was like 50 without a beard.
You look older.
I was like, damn, really?
Because when I saw your profile picture at the time, you could see a beard, and you just looked younger. You know, so you're like, okay, he's a handsome guy. I'll follow him back, right? Yes, I am that superficial. So
thanks for admitting that.
But so that's what I expected to see on the video, and then I see a guy who looks like he's in a barbershop quartet from the 19th. So it just threw me off a bit. You looks really handsome with the beard at the bottom. You look very handsome, and you look young.
I appreciate you, Vita. I appreciate you, Vita. You pushed me into doing something I probably didn't want to do.
It's okay.
See, look. Women have a type. Don't let them fool you, Kenny. Thank you. Isaac.
My type is like Marshawn Lynch.
See?
But I'll have it. But I have another type. That's not the only type I like.
Right.
I like various types, right? So
a lot of brothers with beards that I notice online, and I got a beard, but I'm talking about the brothers with the James Harden beard. A lot of them brothers say a lot of weird stuff, and I think a lot of brothers be hiding behind that beard. Yeah, they hide that weird shit behind the beard. So I'm kind of anti-beard. Vita knows I'm anti-beard.
With a beard say some fuck shit. He gonna make sure I see it.
It's damn right.
Some fuck shit, and the guy has a beard. He's gonna make sure I see it. Look, the guy with the beard. I'm pretty sure there are guys.
There you go, T. Beardos. That's what we call them. Beardos.
He said fucking beardo.
But I will say there is this trend, and I was on Tinder, and it was irritating me. It's like all these guys. I'm sure men have to deal with this too on Tinder, where there's like this one pose or stance, like they all have these similar. Like, for example, on Tinder, I see the guy with the hat. He's at a club, maybe got on chains. The next picture, he's in front of a car. The next picture, it's like always like it's almost like the same stance. Like, look at me party, look at me cool. I got my beard. You know, I'm thinking, I know I set my settings for 35 and over. How did this get in here?
Now, you didn't want 60 and over.
Shut up.
Right.
Anybody can play with you.
I mean, why are you showing me your Jordans? You are a grown ass fucking man.
You said why is what?
Why are you showing me your Jordans? I don't give a fuck about your Jordans. Even when I was younger, I didn't give a fuck about Jordans.
Wait a minute, so they showing y'all their shoe collection on the dating site?
Sometimes you'll see like they'll make sure you see their shoe in the picture.
Oh.
I'm telling you, they do all. I see all types of these. And they always have a beard and very flashy jewelry. There's always
jewelry. I haven't owned. I've never. The jewelry that I bought. I bought some jewelry in Honduras, but it ain't gold or nothing like that. I don't buy. I don't wear.
He said he bought some jewelry in Honduras, but it ain't gold or nothing.
It ain't gold. It's made out of wood and jewels and shit. Whatever they call it, the crystals and shit.
Oh, that sounds cute. You know, I actually don't date men with beards because I can't see your face. And James Harden scarred me forever. James Harden has scarred me. I don't give a damn. James Harden looked kind of okay with that beard. Every time I see him without it, I be like, oh, like.
Have you seen him without a beard?
James Harden without a beard.
Have you seen him? That dude look weird without a beard.
He looked like a squirrel. He looked like a mix of a squirrel and a baby turtle. It's just a lot of things going on there. No, I'm not gonna date nobody with a beard. Like, shave it.
It's like, remember they used to call it hat fishing?
Yes.
Like it's kind of like that, but like beard fishing.
It's beard fishing. Like, how dare you look good with this beard? You shave it and you look like a baby fucking monkey. What am I supposed to do now?
But let's be fair though. Because then they could easily talk about the fact that we wear makeup to cover up.
This is
cover up my scars. I'm not even going to front.
This is true. However, I wear makeup every man.
Why are you showing me that? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
That's James Harden without a beard.
Is it off the screen? Is it off the screen?
No, wait.
Oh god! He looked without the beard. He already looked 40. Okay.
Is it off? Off.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why he wear a beard.
Jesus, Kenny, you're not shit. Why you do that man like that?
That motherfucker beard. He's the dude that need a beard. I think brothers be taking pills to grow those beards. I saw brothers that I've known for years and never had a beard. Now they got one. And you know when something ain't right when their beard is down here. That's when you know something ain't right because your beard is not supposed to be on your neck, bro.
They be growing that shit like that. They don't care. They don't want to clean that shit up.
But no, I think everybody has a preference or some type of. They have a type of. They have a type. I ain't gonna say preference. They have a type. You know what I mean? I've dated big women, skinny women.
I think that's what it is for me because I'm pretty open-minded physically. I did a guy that was shorter than me. I did a guy who had a deformity. Like I'm more of a person who I like the person. So if I like the person,
Right.
the physical doesn't even matter. Now, are there guys I'm physically attracted to? Yeah, of course. It doesn't mean I'm attracted to them as a person.
Right.
Like I don't know Marshawn Lynch. I don't know what he's like in relationships. I just think he's a fine ass man who says some shit.
Right.
So
No.
it's dope shit in the community. So that's all. But this, I don't know him. So I think you can be attracted in a physical way, but for me, that's not that big of a deal.
Right. No,
Like,
you're right. You're right.
my preference is funny, and which is why I date a lot of ugly men, because a lot of fine men, no offense, they're not funny because they don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? They get by on their looks, they get by on dressing nice, they get by on stuff like that. But you got to be funny because I'm a clown and I'm a roast you. And if you can't roast me back, I don't want to be with you. Boring. Get out of my face.
Look, and this goes along with what I said about I don't want no women on the show that's ugly. I'm joking. But
No, that's my clown.
I'm joking. But also, you got to be funny to fuck with me. You got to be funny to be on this podcast because everybody in the comments that know us, we're crazy. Sometimes we're normal crazy. Sometimes we're crash dummy crazy where we're going to crash the show and drive it off a cliff. And I've always been that kind of person. My mom's funny. My mom's really funny. So like it's for me and my daughter or me and my mom, we'll go inside the Walmart or to the store and just start talking about people.
People watching. That is
I don't know why we do it. We just do. When I went inside a Walmart in Miami and nobody spoke English. So I started faking like I can't speak English. They thought I was Cuban. So I started faking like I can't speak English. And I was running with that shit. I ran with it. I ran with it to the point I almost got some free food.
You should.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing to lose. I mean, for every quality I don't have, I cover that shit up with just being funny and just being crazy. So and being funny.
Put up Colonel COVID Gaddafi's comment.
Oh, yeah.
Which one? This one?
This last one.
Yeah, put that one up there. Read that.
Wow.
I feel weird about my looks because the only women that are openly attracted to me are white. I just don't like it anymore. Look, let me tell you something, brother.
I want you to talk more about that, Colonel. Please say some more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Speak more on that because I'm gonna tell you right now. I've told Vita this before, and I live in Portland. Portland is very white, but for some reason, if I create a profile on a dating site, nothing but white women be in my DMs. Now that's not how it is in real life, but on a dating site, it's always really big fat white women.
Oh.
I don't know what that's about.
Oh, he said big fat white woman.
That must be on Hinge. Is that on Hinge?
Yeah. No. Tinder.
They can't message you unless you swipe right.
No. It was on Tinder, not on Hinge. Because Hinge, I had my
How can they message you if you don't swipe right?
I don't know. So a lot of them is like fake. The prostitution type of whatever type of profiles, I get DM'd for that shit. The one app called Black, same thing. I got DMs. Hinge, you can set the preference to where you don't see no women, and that's why I don't use the other ones. But Hinge is all black. But I don't use it anymore.
Hold on, Isaac K's talking nonsense. Sisters weren't with Prince like that. You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
No, Sisters was all over Prince. White girls was over Prince. Everybody wanted to Prince.
Don't speak on what you don't know.
Everybody.
My aunties, my cousins, they was in love with that man. Don't speak on what you don't know.
I cannot tell you how many of my aunts have talked about
every black man loved that movie.
Let me tell you something. My dad's wife, when we first met my dad's wife, they wasn't married yet. We went over to her house, and in her room, she had a life-size poster of Prince on the back of the door that was about as big as the door. And she's a black woman. No, women love Prince, bruh. Black women love Prince.
I'm preaching. Y'all stop blaspheming.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never in my life heard that black women were not fucking with Prince. During that era, that was like the light skin era.
Absolutely.
Version, Mario Van Peebles and
Christopher Williams.
E. Williams, huh?
Christopher Williams.
Christopher Williams.
Yeah, I'll be sure.
His unsung is a trip. Right, so we can go down the line. That was like you saw light-skinned guys. So being light-skinned
At that time, the only two dark-skinned brothers getting love was Michael Jordan and Wesley Snipes.
Facts.
That was it.
No, this is before Wesley Snipes.
Oh, you talking about in that mid-'80s, way back. Yeah.
I'm talking, what's that movie called? Dragon 80s.
Oh, Last Dragon.
The Barge, like with the Barge era. That's
early. Yeah, that was nothing but light skin. That was light skin.
Think about that. Girls couldn't sing worth shit. No, they were just light skinned. I think one was white.
That's true. Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Mm-hmm. Well, Colonel COVID Gaddafi is saying, "Baby, you ain't never had one black woman try to talk to you. Not one." Ever?
Yeah, go a little deeper into that, Colonel COVID Gaddafi. Go a little deeper into that.
So when I hear things like that, I always think to myself, well, what is it with this person that all black women are turned off?
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Even it can't, like, you can't say it's because, well, I'm this, like, I'm quiet or I'm not a thug or anything, because black women have all types of tastes.
Yeah, so, but Colonel COVID Gaddafi, where do you live? What city you live in?
Okay, so that where you live makes a big difference.
We're talking to you, baby.
Yeah, because I live in white ass Portland. I'm in Portland, Oregon. It's white as hell up here. So unless you live in a city like where I live, and me and Vita talked about this, there is not a lot of black. Portland used to be black, and it's not because every gentrification, everybody's gone. But I'm not dating no white women just because there ain't very many black women here. I'm good.
I'm curious to know, Colonel, is it that, because I see what T says, so white girls get confident. I saw that just made me think, is it possible that maybe women just wait to be approached more? Right?
Isaac K ain't shit.
They ain't got to
Isaac, you ain't shit.
That was funny as hell.
You live in East Lansing.
Oh, this nigga.
In East Lansing? Drive to Detroit, nigga. What you mean? So you from East Lansing, Michigan?
I don't know what that is.
There's more black people than where I live.
So, well, is it? Let me ask you a question. Is it that maybe you're not approaching women, or you don't know how to approach black women in your area? I don't know. I'm just curious. I would have to know you to kind of see what it is. Because I've seen situations like there is a guy I met. Funny enough, he actually ended up marrying a black woman. But all the time I knew him from high school on, he's always a really corny, lame, weird guy, you know? But in fact, from what I understood, he was my friend through other friends. But for the most part, people didn't really like him hanging around. He just would pop up, right? You would never imagine him, let alone a black woman. So finally he started getting some girlfriends and shit. None of them were black, but we were all understanding of it because he was a weird guy. So he really didn't have a lot of options in general. But ultimately he ended up marrying a black woman who was perfect for him because she's awkward as fuck too. Somehow they found each other. And they're a little awkward couple that hang out and she laughs at shit that ain't funny and he sit there and tells jokes that nobody can tell is a joke.
She the only one that knows it's funny. She the only one that knows it's a joke. She the only one that knows it's a joke. So look, Colonel laughing
at shit, like, not even his joke, just laughing.
He's in East Lansing, Michigan, and I said go to Detroit. Now he said, "Have I been to Detroit?" As if that's a negative thing. No, I have not been to Detroit, but any city I go to the hood because I want good food. So when I went to Miami, I was in motherfucking Liberty City. I don't give a fuck. Okay. So, and that's where the black people are. I don't mind going where black people are. Now, if you're afraid, I'm not saying you're afraid of black people, but if you're a person that thinks that if you go in these areas, you're in the quote unquote hood or something like that, like there's got to be another reason why. I mean, you in the Midwest, bro. You near St. Louis, you near Chicago, Indianapolis. You right there in the thick of it. So I don't understand what's going on here.
So he said, I'll be honest, part of my issue is I have energy that's been described as a cross between Darius from Atlanta and Negan from The Walking Dead. Which one's on Atlanta in
I'm
Atlanta.
not
Which
familiar
one's
with
that?
Negan from The Walking Dead.
I don't know the characters' names. Darius was which guy on Atlanta? Was he the fat one? Was he Lakeith Stanfield? Which one? I don't know. Let's see. And Negan, I've never seen The Walking Dead, or maybe I have, but I don't know who that
Negan
is.
was hella aggressive. So, Colonel, if you have any traits like Negan's, baby, we gonna need you to take that 20 to like a fucking 6, okay? We're gonna
Yeah, okay.
some.
I didn't hear you. What are you saying Negan's personality is?
Negan is hella aggressive in The Walking Dead. Negan run around here. He don't want to join up with nobody. He just want to smash everybody's head in and stuff, baby. You don't need to be a Nigga.
Yeah, why you
Oh, so
want
are
to
you
be
an
with women
asshole?
like that? Yeah, why you want to be aggressive?
You're an asshole. If that's what you're saying. I saw a comment. I want to say it was Isaac. I'm see if I can find it. Oh, Isaac K. He said, Colonel COVID Gaddafi, I know your problem. I'm in Philly right now, and a lot of northern cities with large Black populations tend to be really poor and really tough. The women want that. I want to address that. Do you see that one, Kenny? You gonna put it up?
I just threw it up there.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna address that for you, Vito.
over it. But anyway, so I want to address this because I think it's really important that we highlight our perceptions, right? The women want that. His assumption, because of whatever his experience was in Philly, is that the women want guys who are really poor and really tough. Is it that? Or is it that maybe you're not understanding of the space and they're attracted to people who understand their world and understand their space? That's not a negative thing. People tend to connect on that level. If we're from the same community, we have the same type of experiences, we have the same type of communication, of course I'm going to be more attracted to those people, you know? So it does. So to me, when we can't just say, oh, they just want somebody really poor and really tough. Is it they want somebody really poor and really tough? Or is it that this is what I know, this is what we connect on?
I'm not saying you an incel, but it sounds like you might be an incel, brother.
You know, because he hasn't said anything hateful towards women as of yet. You got to remember, Incel Energy also hates women. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't saying nothing hateful towards women yet. We're not going to give him socially awkward right now, but we're not going to give him Incel. We're not going to give him
T in the motherfucking building. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
Hey, T.
Hi.
Hey, how you feeling? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
So this is everybody knows T. Jasmine hasn't met T. T is one of the Champagne Sharks.
I saw Jasmine getting attacked by the incels today. There was that dude, and then Kenny tagged me into it. I'm like, what the hell is this? The guy was saying, let's debate. I'm like, who is this guy? Like Kenny tagged me in mid conversation. They're talking about debating. I'm like, yo, debate about what? And the dude was like, debate about going abroad to find women or staying in America. I'm like, get the fuck. I got no time for that. I just.
What kind of childish ass conversation is that?
Yeah.
You want to waste your energy on?
First of all, how can you even debate that? Like, how do you win that argument? Like, what do you prove? What kind of data can you bring about
honestly
going abroad versus? I didn't even understand what he wanted from.
All they want to do is sit there and argue about the worthiness of women in America, probably Black women in America.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they promote their platform. Those two things. They want to have a circular argument and they promote their platform.
Can women be incels? Yes, that whole divest group. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, major incel energy.
Incels, so they think men hate them, Black men hate them. That's what they believe, and they go on the internet and try to harass everybody else because they're hurt.
Exactly.
So,
Colonel COVID Gaddafi lying. Now I gotta call you a liar. You full of shit, bro.
No, don't do that. What happened?
He talking about I don't hate women. It's mostly just a lot of misinformation and a violent past. Now you just said just a minute ago you don't want to go to the hood because all the women like poor dudes.
No, that was Isaac. That wasn't him.
Oh, that was
him.
Okay.
You know, that's all I'm saying. That wasn't Colonel. That's why I said we can't get
Ready.
You can't get Colonel.
You know the things they smoking. Smoking.
Wait, my setup's weird, so I might.
T just bounced. Wrong.
He said the setup was weird, and then he just.
There might be something wrong with his sound. Yeah, Isaac K. You need to break that down a little bit, and then Colonel COVID Gaddafi, you give us some context because both of y'all sounded
Colonel. Kenny tripping. We don't think you incel. Maybe a little socially awkward. Please don't ever tell anyone else. You act like Negan. Negan is not good. That's not what women want. Women don't want a Negan. Okay, if you're acting like Negan or you feel like a Negan,
want to pull it out.
We want to push past that. Okay, baby. But Isaac, we need to talk to you because that was outlandish.
Yeah, I stand out with the handles. I'm gonna let you go with the way. Yeah, that's right. I ain't shot you yet. I just fired a couple rounds off. I was just wondering. But no, go into that. Go into that. I want to, Okay, Isaac K says his words were taken out of context. All right.
I want to say something to Isaac really quickly.
Okay, I apologize if I took your words out of context. And you please clarify.
And Isaac, I do want to say that when you go to these hoods and whatnot, and you say the women want like the guys there, I mean, at the end of the day, it is a mental thing. What Vita was saying, we get along with them more. They understand to us, they relate to us. So of course, it's going to be the first choice. But at the same time, I think people forget there's a science behind being a woman. There's a science behind being a man, all the way down to the damn genetics. And women, we may not admit to it. We may think we don't want it, but at the end of the day, we all want protection. We really do. And we are going to scream it until we are blue in the face. We all want to be protected by a man. You know what I'm saying? So if you find women in the hood, they're going for what they see around them. Yes, it's because they have the same experiences, but also, is that who can protect them living where they live? Yes. So that's who they're
He's trolling. He's trolling. He's trolling. I'm not believing.
No, I didn't see what it said. I don't go to the hood because I get in fights. Why? Because I still have a complex from being way too Billy Jack.
I don't know what Billy Jack is. What does Billy Jack mean?
Billy Jack. I don't know what that is. Oh, Isaac was joking. Isaac?
Okay. I'm about to say because I never heard Isaac say anything like that before.
Isaac, I apologize. I don't know everybody yet, so if I fucked your shit up, that's my bad. I started everybody on it. Because when I saw it, mind you, the chat's moving. So if I see it out of context, I apologize.
Okay.
Oh yeah. By the way, tweet the link out to the chat if you're enjoying it. Put it on your social media, your Facebook. Host it on Twitch, whatever. Let people know. Let's get triple digits up in here, man. There's no reason why we shouldn't have triple digits, right?
I think it's the time that we went on because remember last time we went on, it was like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I came in the other time. You guys it was popping.
Like triple digits, yeah. So he said he's got mental health, and with the incel shit, I was fighting other guys, and I got mental health. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I think happens too sometimes, man? Because I used to have this problem when I was younger. Like a lot of girls be soft choosing, but if you don't have the social intelligence or the game, you can't really tell. So it's like when I was young, like you had to be really obvious and beat me over the head for me to catch on. But a lot of girls, they'll be like they'll come to you and say, like a girl was like, yo, I like your pin. And then I was like, oh, thanks. And I'm just standing there. And then after she left, like my cousin like smacked me in the head. He goes, you're stupid. Like, what are you doing? But like a lot of white girls will just come up and just straight up be like, oh, you cute. Like they won't really be soft choosing like that. Like they'll go to black guys and just be like,
yeah, that's true.
Laying it down. So
black women leave hints.
Yeah. A lot of black women were like soft choose on you. A lot of white girls would come out and what's that?
I said we stare at you for 5 minutes and hope you get it. Just
yeah.
Yes.
I don't even stare. I'm the worst person ever. First of all, I don't flirt. I'm an avoider. I will run. I will act like you don't exist. That's how I flirt. I'm so sorry.
Yo, I bet a lot of dudes in the chat room will relate to this. Have you ever like sat down just doing nothing, like cooking a bagel or something, and then you remember an opportunity from 10 years ago, and it clicked to you 10 years later? Oh shit, she was choosing. Like unrelated to nothing. You get like a 10-year flashback of something that flew over your head. Like I feel like guys do that a lot. Like this stuff I figured out 20 years after the fact.
2008 B. Scott, white girls, can I just bend over right here? I'm gonna tell you straight up right now, that's true.
It is.
It's true.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I saw it in college, and I've seen it. I've seen it at bars. I've seen it. Like it could be a place. Like maybe it's not even
I've seen it happen at work.
People, and you will always see, it could be a nice lounge even. You'll see a white girl always going, taking a beeline to the one black guy in the space.
Yeah.
I would always see that.
I'll say this with black women. You know, if they don't want to fuck with you, you'll know.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll know.
Now that's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll know. But sometimes, like for example, sometimes I'm not gonna say just black women, but in my interaction with black women, sometimes like you can say you got their number or whatever, and you text them or something. They don't usually tell you everything that you need to know. They might tell you later, oh yeah, I don't like texting, just call. But they didn't tell you that in the beginning. And you got to kind of like, you know, when it comes to women, you don't want to be just bombarding them with calling them on the phone. You don't know what's going on in life. So sometimes they might not be more forward with, you know, what they're expecting. And you find out later, but you got to follow the hints.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Men in general have low social intelligence, I think.
Absolutely. None whatsoever.
Like, and women will like think they'll be like flirting, and they are, but a lot of guys just don't get it young. You know, if you don't like spell it out for them, they will. I remember one time I was at a club, and then the girl just got like sick of me. She was like, "Are you gonna do something or what?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I said, "Never again." That was the most embarrassing thing. But thankfully she was patient enough to like deal with me. But in the past, I think some people were just like, you know what, he must not like me. He's just being nice about it.
And you gotta tell with a black woman, you gotta tell a black woman what you want. You can't just be beating around the damn bush. You gotta tell them what you want.
So this is the other thing, like, so I'm never the first move person. I'm never the ask out person. I did that shit one time back when I was like 23. I will never do that shit again. And so I always have to be approached or, you know, talked to. If I go on the date, if I'm going on the date and I'm enjoying it, and I want you to kiss me and you don't, I'm turned off. I won't even. I'm completely.
Yeah.
Rita, are you turned off, or do you?
I was good for that.
Look, Jazz. I missed what Jazz said.
I said, are you truly turned off, or do you feel rejected, and it just takes you in another?
No,
place?
I don't feel rejected because they look more like they're scared, not that.
That's true. Yeah.
So when that happens, that lack of confidence for some reason, it automatically just makes me feel turned off.
Yeah.
And
I would say Phil Winter. Yeah. Phil Winter, God bless you, man. It took me like 26. Like, forget 16.
Well, I'm glad Phil Winter said that because
you were ahead of the game.
I said that on Twitter earlier today, talking to a brother, and he was talking about. I told him, I said, you know, it got to kind of be in you. It can't be on you. And he was like, well, when do you get this information? I said, dude, there is not one brother on this planet that by the age 13, 14, somebody, an uncle, the neighborhood pimp, somebody pulled you to the side and was like, hey, brother, look, you're messing up with the women. This is what you're supposed to be doing. That was my uncle. You know what I'm saying? My uncle was giving me some advice where I didn't want to hear that shit. I was like, damn, am I really doing that? I'm fucking up like that? But I listened to him because my uncle was that guy. He was that guy when I was a kid, always had girls. You know what I'm saying? So my uncle's married now, but he was like, nephew, if you want a real relationship, you got to get up out them draws. You can't just be hitting everything. I was like, damn, right. You know what I'm saying? So I had to check myself. I got to check. And that's what a lot of brothers don't want to do. We don't want to check ourselves. You got to check yourself sometimes, bro. You ain't right all the time. The OGs is right. Trust me. That old man on the corner that might be 73, he didn't seen it all. This ain't his first motherfucking rodeo. He didn't seen all this shit. So you probably be a good idea if you listen to that dude more than you listen to your homies, your homeboys, because all y'all think alike. All y'all fucked up. Y'all think alike. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, 16 is a good age where you get that information.
Man, no one pulled me aside. Like, I just had to figure out, like, I had to walk into the wall. I had to walk into the wall like a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you and Phil Winter talking about 16, man. I didn't know anything that was going on. You know what I would do, man? Like, I didn't have a problem talking to people. Like, I wasn't shy. I just would not get hints. So I would be up there and I'd be talking. And you know what I learned? You know what I learned too? You can talk yourself out of anything without actually fucking up anything. What I mean is, like, I would just talk and have a fun conversation, like I'm talking to my friend, because I just would not know the person like me. and then it just stales out because if it doesn't escalate, like I learned, if somebody likes you and you don't make it sexually escalate somehow, either by like touching, then you just brush on the shoulder, you do a little something, you know what I'm saying? Like so like I would just talk, joke, I would be like killing it, and then my friends would just be like, "Oh, he's got this," and then like an hour would pass by, and she's like, "Well, okay."
The ball at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, I guess we're going home now. I'm like, okay, nice meeting you. And then she would go, and they'd be like, "What the fuck did you do?"
You won't pull the trigger. You wouldn't pull the trigger.
But it would be like I'd just be oblivious. I just didn't even understand. So it wasn't even like I was scared. I would just think we were having, like, if you weren't like blatant with me, I just wouldn't get it. So I think dudes like that guy, maybe that's why he thinks that the white girls like him, the black guys, and the black girls don't. Because a lot of times, like white girls, especially with that excessive confidence they have, especially with a black guy, because a white 4 will think like a black 9 is in their range. Like they'll just step up and say like whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I remember the one time like I really figured it out, right, was I was talking to this girl like for most of the night. She was throwing all these hints at me, and then at the end of the night, and her homegirl was friends with my cousin. At the end of the night, I said, all right, nice meeting y'all. Take care. And then I left with my cousin and my other cousin. And then later on, the girl's homegirl called my cousin and said, I thought she was going home with my friend. Like they just basically thought it was a given that she was throwing, like we were connecting so well. She just thought, okay, like she thought like she bagged me. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the night, I'm like, all right, nice meeting y'all. And I went and I found out I was supposed to go home with her. It was in her head. It was in everybody's head but mine. Like I would just be that clueless, you know. So
would it have been something you wanted to do?
Yeah, she was fine. She was fine.
So you wanted to, but so my next question is, why didn't you just make the move?
Well, okay. This is what happened. She was, now looking back, this is what actually should have made me do it more, but I wasn't thinking. She was in town for the night. So
Ooh,
me being smarter now thinks, oh, she can really get freaky now. She doesn't know anybody here. She can do whatever she wants. Like now, me being savvier, I would have been like, oh, that would have been a green light. But to me, it's like, she's from out of town. She came in my homeboy's friend. So I wasn't like she's a friend of a friend. So I thought she was just being nice, you know, like social circle thing. And she's in town for just one night and she's going home tomorrow. Like a couple years later, I would have been like, oh, wow, in town for one night? Oh, yeah, I'm all in. But yeah, I just didn't get it.
So I'm getting called out right now. Everybody that knows me from the 503-305 podcast, Jamila is texting me talking crazy.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
Let's say what's up to Jamila. Jamila's watching the show right now.
Hey, Jamila.
She's talking crazy to me all the way from Miami. She's lying on me. She's lying.
Tell us what she's saying. Don't just tell us.
Yeah, what's she saying?
She's lying on me. She's over talking about, because I guess, well, I did. Okay, look. Yeah, the women that I like to talk to, they do got to be fine. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm not messing with basic women, but she's over here calling me saying I'm lying. I'm not lying.
You are. You know how I know? Because you showed me how you do Tinder. He showed me a little video. He pretty black girls. He swipe.
They were not pretty. Don't even lie. Video, you lying.
One of them was pretty. The other ones were.
One of them.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you this. Phil Winter, right here. This is like bonding, but a backhanded this. He says, "Damn, this is the truth. This is straight up my teen life." So he's saying basically my adult life was his teen life. So he's like, he's like, yeah.
So when somebody was talking about guys getting it at 16, now remember, girls still have to learn the social scene.
That was Phil Winter.
We have to also learn, right? And one of the beautiful things I think about being single and having and dating a lot, meaning like, you know, being free, being single for a few years or so, is that you get to learn so much about yourself and how you date. I did not date growing up, right? I had my first boyfriend at 19, and even then, like we had sex one time, and that was it. And I was scared, right? So I knew nothing about like interactions. I didn't know how to flirt. Even till this day, I'm oblivious till the last minute. Oh, I think that guy was flirting with me. Because in my head, I don't have in my head that every guy that talks to me is trying to hit on me. And I will be in situations where people will say, "Why didn't you say anything to that guy?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? He was standing here this whole time. He said something to you. You did it." I was like, "Oh, I don't know." I didn't know the whole time. Apparently, this guy was trying to get my attention and say something, right? So I can understand that, but I didn't know any of these things. I didn't know all the codes to dating. I didn't know that you come over and watch a movie. I have, I'm gonna try to fuck you. I didn't know that. You don't, like you. I'm serious. I was very, very naive. So, and I didn't even get it. And I want to say probably within the last 2 years, I had to like be single. I've been single for 6 years, 6.5 years now. I know it's a long time.
Hold on, Phil Winter. I'm just busting your balls. I know you didn't mean anything bad by it. You say no disrespect. I'm just having fun with you. But a lot of girls could be like late bloomers too. People underestimate that because people always think women.
The last couple years, well, maybe not even, maybe like a year and a half, 2 years, how to date. Like I got on Tinder. I hadn't really dated like that. So I went on Tinder and I had to meet different people and learn what certain things meant. I didn't, you don't really know until you get out there. I think
like for me, I didn't have any older guys. What happened was I had friends who were like players and then they just got too sick of me. So they just brought me up to speed real quick because they're like, yo, you can't really hang out with us and you're going to be doing stuff like that. You're just fucking up for everybody. So, so it's like, because I didn't have any social problems. I dressed well. I was fine. I just, hints went over my head and they're like, yo, you're the worst wingman. You don't get anything. Right. But these guys, this was a big lesson for me. I learned a lot from these guys. They went on this show called the Richard Bay Show. I'm really aging myself with this one, but the Richard Bay Show was like one of those Ricky Lake type of shows, but it had like those panels. Remember those shows like Jenny Jones, Ricky Lake? They went on one of those shows, right? And I'll never forget this. It was Players versus Virgins. It was an episode of Richard Bay, and they were the players, right? And then I'll always remember this. This is when we were in college, right? During the show, all these people, you get the mic, they give you the mic, and you take it, and everyone's yelling, "You guys, you players, you suck. You think you're gonna be all great and stuff, but these virgins, they're good guys. You need to learn from them, And Richard Bay was hyping it up, right? Because he was telling them on the side, really play it up, man. Like if you've had sex with like 10 women, make it 100. Really play it up for the audience. So they're really going into the heel act, like wrestling villains. They're going way overboard with the player stuff. And they were saying all these nice things to like the nice guys. It was nice guys versus like the virgins. My boys were getting berated like the whole show. Then when the show wrapped, all the girls were on their side and giving up the numbers and everything. Like no one was talking to the virgins the whole hour. Wow. They were just hyping up the nice guys and the virgins the whole time and just saying how like shitty my boys were. And then they bagged like 10 numbers each. And I was like, oh wow, that's interesting. That's crazy. I was like, wow.
You know what's funny? That reminds me of my homegirl. She told me, and I've never been like this, so I had never heard this until she said it. Well, I heard guys say it, but I never heard a woman admit to it. She's like, basically that, how guys say they don't get, girls aren't interested in them until they find out you have a girlfriend. Have you guys heard that before? Like,
yeah.
Say it again.
When a guy gets a girlfriend, all of a sudden other girls are interested in him. Like girls aren't talking before, all of a sudden they're in your face, right?
Yeah.
My homegirl admitted to this. And I was like, I'm not like that. I've never even heard of anything like that. So she was like, no, it's something about it. It's like, let's say I work with him and I just never saw him that way, that I find out he has a girlfriend, I automatically start to go to, what is it about him? There must be something about him.
Exactly.
So then you become like more curious, because if other women find him attractive, that means he has that thing that draws women in. And
I had a boy.
That thing is.
I had a boy. He used to go out with a wedding ring. He would go out with a wedding ring. He was single. He didn't even have a girlfriend.
Good trick.
He would go out with a wedding ring, and he would get like one night stands because, and it worked. His logic was they're gonna think I'm not available to be a boyfriend. So he would actually wear a wedding ring, and he would get like one night stands like that.
I mean,
And he would
that's
act like he was sneaking. He would act like he was sneaking around a wife that didn't exist. It was really bizarre, but it worked.
I mean, 'cause if you want a guy that you know is going to shut the fuck up, a married guy.
Exactly. It's crazy, but yep, that's a good way to do it. Hey, what's his name? Not Isaac. Colonel, walk around with a ring on. See if
that works. Yeah,
fuck around.
But but all the stuff that Colonel was talking about, I don't know. He was talking about.
It says depressing. What's depressing? Which part? I don't want depressed niggas up in here. I don't want to show up.
Right.
I show up when people start talking about them being depressed. This dude said,
"We ain't shit, man. Sorry."
Oh, he said unethical. Oh man, yo, dudes will get laid. So it was unethical.
There ain't shit ethical about this show. Don't get it twisted.
He's saying wearing the wedding ring is unethical.
It is unethical, but it works.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. The dating game is unethical.
Is he lying though?
Crazy.
Well, I don't know. Is he lying and saying he's married? If he's not married, that's one thing. Wearing a ring does not mean someone's married necessarily, but they see it and they thought, I should fuck him.
Yeah.
So I mean,
exactly.
There's a difference between that. If you're just lying to women, yeah, that's fucked up. But you just wearing your ring and they just assuming,
right?
And I wear rings on my ring finger all the time. That don't mean I'm married. A trust ring.
It works, Colonel. I used to wear a ring hoping to send men away from me, and I got so many men. It was crazy. It works.
Well, you should know that wasn't gonna work. You tell a guy you married, got 2 boyfriends, they still wouldn't be.
Oh yeah.
They had no friends. That's the next.
I was 21. I was like, you know what? Men respect other men's property. I was like, it's gotta be. Let me put on a ring, and it just didn't work.
There was a whole song about that. Me and Kenny always talk about "I Got a Man" by Positive K. Whole song is basically the guy he doesn't care. Like
he didn't care if he had a woman.
And there are guys that like married women. I know like married women for the same reason why those girls like the guy with the wedding ring. Yeah, they know they can be in and out, do what they want, do whatever they want, whenever they want. They don't have to be committed. They have whatever connection it is they have, and they keep it moving. Exactly. So they do that. Now, I don't recommend that because one thing I've learned: people might fight you over their girlfriend or their boyfriend, but they will kill you over their spouse.
Husband or they will.
So that's a dangerous game.
I told y'all the story about it. I know a dude that got killed because he was messing with somebody's wife. Mm. I know a dude. This is in old Portland. This is in Black Portland, and I know this dude. And he went to the penitentiary because he accidentally killed a kid with a gun years and years ago. And he got out and was messing with this chick. Now, mind you, he's married, but he was messing with another dude's wife. And the dude found out about it and hired somebody to kill him. And he was in front of his parents' house, and his dad just happened to be coming outside. Dude killed him and killed his dad. Mm. You know what I'm saying? So I don't fuck with married women because after that shit, nah, I'm good. And plus, I wasn't raised like that. So
I had a friend.
Ain't shit.
I had a friend. We used to call him the marriage counselor because that was like his specialty was just married women. I don't know what his deal was. It was very weird. I don't know why he kept getting with married women. And he would keep saying that it kept happening to him. But I'm like, that can't just happen to you. So you gotta be giving us some kind of energy. There's gotta be something weird that you I think some people they're like afraid of being in relationships and stuff. So the unavailability of married people built in, gives them an excuse. You know what I'm saying?
Who's going to attract and who's going to connect with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then they can act like they're trying, but I'm trying, but damn, they're married again, so I'm stuck.
See, the thing with people like that, when there's a common denominator, the only thing you can really do is not date and learn some shit about yourself. Like you really look at yourself. Because I was telling you guys before, I tend to attract narcissists, I had to look at why I attract narcissists. They're not abusive guys or anything like that, but it's emotionally very difficult to have a relationship with someone who's very self-oriented and not others-oriented. That's just very, very difficult. And I couldn't figure out why I was have these patterns. I started learning more about what, the type of what produces a child like me, because I had a certain type of parenting, and I was just curious, well, what type of parenting produces this? And the type of, my dad was a narcissist. And the thing about daughters of narcissists, they tend to be attracted to narcissists. Mm-hmm. And the thing is narcissists are attracted to them. I think I've talked to you guys about this before. That human magnet syndrome, where they basically is attracted to the person that's a codependent, and the codependent is attracted to the narcissist. That's basically what was happening to me.
That's the human magnet syndrome, right?
Yeah. So I think it's important that we look at within ourselves and say, okay, what do I need to heal within myself? Okay, do I love myself enough? Am I taking care of my business? What am I, how am I approaching people? Like, what is it about me that I need to look at? If I'm having the same results over and over and over again, get to the root.
Damn, everyone's letting out their theories.
Yep.
That's an interesting one.
Yep.
He said wives are the best girlfriends because you only have to be better than their husband. With single women, you're competing with other. Yeah, that's a point to that.
Jeez.
I mean, that doesn't sound illogical.
No, I remember
I just wouldn't do it.
One girl I used to know who used to only date married guys. She was like, yeah, everyone says like, oh, the other woman is the one that gets the leftovers and whatever. But she's like, in my experience, it's the other way around. Like the married guy is so happy to get away from the wife. He treats me like a king, and the wife gets the leftovers. That was her theory. She's like, these single guys, they want to play like NBA 4K all day. The married guy is just happy someone else besides his wife likes him. You know what I'm saying? And
he's in a bad marriage.
Yeah. So she was like, married guys like the biggest tricks of all in her mind. She's like, I get everything paid. There's some cynicism out there. It's bad.
She is not lying. I recently broke up with a guy because I found out that he was fucking married, and he paid my bills, my mom's bills. He came through on Valentine's Day with hella gifts.
He's
every
super
holiday
grateful.
he was here. I didn't even know how he was married. Why are you not?
That's a starving man. That's a starving man in the desert. He is just happy.
That is real life. I don't.
You were an oasis. Oh, I got a really messed up story. Listen to this story. My friend had a coworker, and she said this story. This story was crazy. It was so bad. She had this boyfriend. Listen to this. This is so bad. She had this boyfriend. They were going out for like over a while. They went on vacation together. She met his family. They had all this stuff going on. They were going on for a while. She would go to his apartment, spend the weekend. They had such a great time. And this wasn't like friends with benefits. We're talking. People say talking. No, this was her boyfriend. She was his girlfriend. And she met his boys. Everything that people tell you. No, people say, Chris Rock had that joke. If your friends, if you're dating a guy and you don't meet any of his friends, you're not his girlfriend, you're a side piece. Like none of that. He met the family, did all this stuff. They went on all these vacations. They were talking about like moving in together, all this stuff. One day she gets a call from someone. She goes, look, I don't know what you think is going on, but I'm his wife. We have kids, and this has to stop. And she's like, what? And the guy was married with kids, had a house in Long Island, an apartment in New York City.
Wow.
Had a whole thing. And then her jaw like dropped, and then she called him, and she was like, yo, who's this woman that called me, said that you're married, all this stuff. Like, what the hell happened? Like she said, she went through your phone, she saw our text and number, and then the guy was like, peace. He just hung up and ghosted.
Wow.
That was her last conversation with him.
Wow.
And here was the bad part, right? I told the black girl that story, and she was like, these niggas. And I'm like, how do you know he's black? So I called up my cousin. I said, was the guy black? He's like, yeah. I was like, fuck. Damn. I was like, damn.
Because these niggas be the only ones with the audacity. That's like very closely related to what happened to me, except his wife didn't call me. I just happened to see him one day with a ring, and I was like, why are you wearing that?
Oh, wow.
And then he like tried to throw it off and run off.
Yeah,
Get back here.
Yo, you know, it's funny. I asked her, I said, how'd you know he was black? And she goes, man, he said, white guys, that's what she told me. He said, so white guys, right? They'll meet you because she's dated white guys and black guys. She goes, white guys, like they'll meet you or whatever. They'll exchange numbers. Then you'll call and someone will be in the background and you'll be like, who's that? And the white guys will go into the corner of the house. He goes, you're like, don't worry about her. That's my wife. But we can do something. Like they saying white guys be audacious enough to just tell you, like, yeah, they'll take your number. And then when you call them the first time, she was like, white guys would just be like, yeah, so you know, I didn't disclose this when we met, but you know, I'm married and stuff. But she's like, black guys will do all this extra maneuvering. Okay. I mean, she was right. She called it. So.
I mean, that's funny though. There are different approaches.
So
There's racial differences in how y'all cheat.
I'm serious. Like, literally, he takes his ring off. I was like, is that a ring? He said.
The other funny thing too.
That's
damn. Yeah, he made a good point. I hate to admit this because I'm Caribbean myself, but someone said, find out if he's Caribbean. I didn't want to ask. I already took one L, but yeah, he probably was. That's a real. But Caribbean dudes have
Nigerian.
Oh yeah. Caribbean dudes and Nigerian dudes have whole side families. Forget side women. They got like side families.
Jesus, it was a mess.
Parallel kids. Yeah, and you know it's funny too. It turned out that the woman was white. So then when I told her that, she goes, "Oh, that's okay then," because he was doing it to.
Oh, he's doing it to a white woman.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I don't care if it's a white woman at all. I'm good. If she ain't black, I don't care. Cheat on her.
But I'm not going, you know.
Well, y'all, I'm about to jump off here. I'm hungry.
Cheat on credit card. I don't give a fuck what you do to her.
oh wait, this is a regular joke on Thesis and Bureau. Yeah. I'm about to heat up some food myself. I just wanted to catch the tail end. I was listening though.
You got 2 or 5 back in Jamaica.
Yo, Caribbean men be having parallel sets of kids, like 2 5-year-olds, 2 10-year-olds. You know, like in 2 different households. It's crazy.
No, for real. They're like, oh, I got one wife pregnant. I need to go get my other family.
Man, my mom is watching us.
Oh, what? Nice.
My mama is watching from Phoenix.
Man, what an episode to tune into talking about.
No.
Okay.
Dirtbags.
My mom knows I'm kind of fucked up anyway, so I'm kind of crazy.
Oh man.
My niece cannot be watching. I got a 10-year-old niece. She cannot watch me on this podcast. That cannot happen.
Yeah, someone said cheating is bad if your girl is not okay with it. If she's okay with it, then it's polygamy. That's not cheating.
Right, it's not cheating. Okay.
At that point, it's not cheating.
If you ain't, it's not cheating unless you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
people get mad if
you cheated out of anything if everybody's on the same page.
Well, look, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody for the super chats.
Yeah, thanks for the super chats, y'all. Definitely.
T, did you want? What do you? We're gonna do the Twitch show with the phone.
Oh yeah. You know what? We can't do this on YouTube because forget about it.
No,
they'll slam us with the copyrights right away. But we want to do a Twitch show with music where we talk about music and play clips, and have different themes. We're gonna have one about because Kenny and I were talking, right? And we were like, yo, Drake gets a bad rap for starting simping in rap, but we were thinking about it and we were like, yo, there was a lot of simping going on in the golden age of rap. They just made it sound fly. Like they made simping sound like pimpish, but like Bismarcky, Just a Friend, Far Side Passing Me By. Like, those were like incel, simp, MRA anthems. Oh, yeah. And the ones where they're always mad at a girl for sleeping with everybody but them. There was a ton of that. Like, a lot of songs like that. So we're gonna have like a theme music night, you know, where we crack jokes, play songs, take suggestions from the audience, have people vote. Like some people are saying the Positive K song was like a simp song, but I'm the opposite. I think it was the opposite.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
He was rolling with the punches. He didn't let it phase him. And remember at the end of the movie, remember at the end of the video, he was leaving with a girl. So
the video, yeah, but the song,
yeah, I don't know.
It's different. It's
I never
arguable.
heard the song until I saw the video.
Yeah. This is another one. Yes, this is exactly what we're talking about. We're gonna take recommendations, play them in the room, and we're going to do that on Twitch. On YouTube, 5 seconds in, it'll get blasted. So if you're not a follower on Twitch, sign up on Twitch now. Just search Champagne. Oh, that was a great video. That was a great video. That one's got to be in the mix too. It's not hip hop, but that one's got to be in the mix too.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Hold on, I forget. Does he go back into the building to try to get a trees going?
He does. He goes runs back in. He runs out. Then he runs back in. Now, mind you, the girl that's feeding his girlfriend the strawberry, she just sees his ass and says, "Oh, okay," and then keeps going.
Oh man. So yeah, sign up there. What we're gonna do is we'll probably start in both places like we normally do, but we'll cut the YouTube short. Like tell people to join us over on Twitch and do it over there.
Okay.
Yeah, people are bringing up good examples. This is another arguable one. Poison at Bell Biv and DeVoe. Were they just mad because they were incel?
No, I think what happened was they got played.
Yeah, but that's not right because they all had sex with the girl. They just they all
wanted her. They all wanted her,
Yeah.
but couldn't have her, and she tricked them into buying drinks and all kinds of shit. And then they could take was just a big butt and a smile.
She finessed them, and it was like,
Finessed,
you know.
He
Oh
finessed.
yeah.
I don't know why they're mad. She gave him some attention.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what she's supposed to do, marry him. What,
If you didn't make your move the right way, you out.
I mean,
Okay,
All right, thanks.
we'll get that going. But man, thanks everybody for showing up.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys for coming. You always welcome to come back. Vita, this is your house. So
Hey.
I didn't tell you nothing. And T, you built the house. And I'm just a nigga living in the shed in the back.
Yo, and we're late to for the Patreon episode, but we're having double the episodes this week to make up for the late episodes. So to the patrons, we didn't forget y'all. We recorded one of them last night with Vita about the episode of the season of Insecure. We had a good one last night talking about this season of Insecure, and we got another one coming this week too. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
be caught up.
I'm gonna hook up with Nigel from ADOS Atlanta, and then she's got to get her computer stuff together, and we'll be doing that before the weekend. So
All right, cool. All right, everybody, be good.
all right, thanks a lot.
all right, bye.